Fashionably late this evening. Hello, everyone.
Are we live?
2 minutes after 8.
It's
there goes the counter.
All right, let me
hello,
refresh.
Hello.
I see us.
I do too. All right. YouTube's got it together tonight for once.
Maybe. They're not fooling.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Already the first Thursday in April. My goodness.
Yeah.
That's just crazy bananas. Bananas.
It is. I can't. It's all, it's literally going to be the 4th of July. We're going to be doing Christmas in July. And then we're going to be in Christmas.
I'm not mad about that.
I'm not hating on it, Amy. I'm not hating on it. No, sir. No, sir.
All right. So welcome in, everybody.
Hello.
We are going to say hello to the friends. Then we have a couple things we're going to talk about. And then we'll get right into the sale since we have a lot of goodies tonight.
Oh.
So very first person I see in the chat tonight, drum roll, Clark, is William. Holy Mother of the Hammer. Thank you, William. Thank you.
I feel like I should have had the plug to try to put the plug together.
Joy to the world.
Oh,
yes.
my God.
And sparks.
The little ones aren't twinkling.
I'll work on it. I also need to make a happy birthday bill. I need to bake that too.
Or we can still send you ours. You can still send you ours.
We can do that. Nikki Moss is number 2 in the chat tonight. And number 3 is Miss Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
Welcome
Good to see you
guys. And there's Cheryl Shiny Squirrel. Hello. Hey, Cheryl.
Good to see you. I hope you're feeling better. She said she overturned a rib. And
I heard that.
Oh, yeah. Got crazy.
Hardcore at the Goodwill Pins. Oh, my goodness, Cheryl.
Good God.
I'm sorry. I've had a broken rib myself. It's not fun. It hurts a lot. It hurts to breathe. And
short people have
different
problems than what us large people do. Usually mine's a head wound, hitting my head on things versus ribs in the middle section. So
yeah. Well, I'm sorry, Cheryl. I hope you heal up quickly. Heather is here with us tonight. Hi, Heather. Welcome in. Terry V is here. Hey, Terry. Welcome. Welcome. Minx has joined us.
Minx.
And the lovely Karen G is here. Karen, of course, is going to be our official bid ender this evening. Thank you so much, Karen. And thanks for being here, always.
Thank you.
Mama Pam is here. Mom is listening in the car. She's driving home. I know she had to stop at the grocery store on the way home from my house. We restocked our booth in Allen today. So she comes here and we drive together and then she drives home from here. So
gotcha.
I know she had to make a couple stops on the way home. So she is listening in the car. Hi, Mom.
Hello, Pam.
Dusty Moose is on the loose and she's here with us tonight. Hello, Dusty. Melanie is here. Hi, Melanie.
Hi, Melanie.
Welcome in.
We got to talk to Karen G and see if she can make Melanie an avatar. Because I think they updated Grady Gruppo's avatar and it's already messing with me. You wait.
I know. I agree with you on that. Yep. I know. Karen made avatars for everybody. And it's all like, why did you change your picture?
I know.
So, we have those memorized.
I know.
Which is kind of weird and creepy when we say it out loud, but really that's how we recognize you guys.
It is.
Sharon, welcome in. Sharon. Thanks for being here tonight. Miss Gutierrez. Hello, Debbie.
Hello, Debbie.
Pammy Whammy. Hey, lady.
Good to see you, Pam.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Lisa is here with us. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
I know I haven't seen Gavin.
I'm waiting because I can't. It's so small. I want to read it when you enlarge it.
Kim has joined us tonight. Hi, Kim. And Tina. Hello, Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Tina, are you coming to Elkhorn in May? You gotta let me know. I'm counting down the days. Already count down the days until May. There is Jason's mom. Hi,
Hello,
Linda.
Mom. I love you.
I'm going. There it is. Yes. New avatar. Check it out. Oh, I like it. It looks like a record.
I might have to come up with a new catchphrase, Gavin, to keep up with you, man. So please make sure you're subscribed to Grady Gruppo Vintage Recordings. It's a new logo, but it's the same old channel. So if you're not subscribed, please do so. He plays music. It's on vinyl. It's on a turntable. He drops all kinds of knowledge. So please follow Mr. Gavin, who's Grady Gruppo Vintage Recordings. He is Mr. Gillette. the other half of our official mod and bid ender this evening. So follow him, subscribe to him here. It's free, and follow him over on Instagram. Trust me, you won't be sorry. He does a lot of work, man.
Yes.
You do a ton of work. So
he does every day.
Every day, multiple, and it's so well thought out and creative. It's not just the run of the mill stuff. I mean, it's really put out there and thought out. So make sure you're following our friend Grady Gruppo. You won't be sorry.
Joe is here with us tonight. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe, good to see you, sir. I hope you're well out in California.
There's Miss Shannon Farrar. Hi, Shannon.
Hey, Shannon, good to see you.
And Buttermilk and Cream has joined us tonight.
Hello, Buttermilk.
And the lovely Chris of my group.
Hello, Chris. Good to see you, friend.
Cindy Lou has joined us tonight.
Good to see you, Cindy.
Oh,
she's thrifted. Well, I was going to say, have you heard?
I was waiting for it. Okay.
Have you heard, Amy? She's thrifted.
I have heard. Yeah, a couple times now.
Okay.
Yep. Retro D is here. Hi, Retro D.
Hello, Retro D.
Spark Joy in Life.
Good to see you.
Seeing a lot of repeats. Everybody's just saying hello to one another. Trying to go. I said hello. There's Sandy Bowman. Hi, Sandy.
Hello, Sandy. Good to see you.
I think I said hello to everybody that I'm seeing. Yes. Okay, Tina. Cheese curds, 10 a.m. You know, you can meet us for cheese
Amy,
curds.
if I paid you, could you ship me some cheese curds?
I feel like the grease would kind of soak through the box, and I don't know if it would be as good like 5 or 6 days later. I don't know.
I'd pay up to have you overnight them. I'd pay up to have you overnight them if you could.
Like Priority Express.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even then, I don't know. You just wouldn't get the hot crispiness and the cheese pulls and all that. So
someday, one of these days soon.
I agree.
One of these years here soon, we will.
Hello, KB. Welcome in.
Hi, KB.
KB, I emailed you right before the sale. So just want to update you on that. Okay. Who else am I seeing? I'm going. Lots of repeats. Yeah, she said they alone are worth the trip. Find out. See, that's what I'm saying.
Even Janine says it. Too. So, and Misty says it.
Vanessa, you made it. Yay.
Vanessa
has come over from Instagram. She wanted to come to the sale tonight. So welcome, Vanessa. Okay. Thanks for being here. Okay. All right. I think I'm caught up. I think I got everybody. I don't see anybody new. If I missed you, I apologize. Nothing personal. Before we get into how the sale is going to work tonight, you do want to make sure you're in live chat, all messages, and not top chat. Do that check before we start rolling. And I'm going to pull up. Let's see. So you want to also pay attention that we have a lag here on YouTube, and we always have that. Unfortunately, we can't get rid of it. You want to make sure that if you plan to bid on anything, that you do so on a mobile device. So a tablet or a phone are going to be faster options for you versus a computer. And I don't know, for whatever reason. And then it's all based on your internet capabilities on whatever device that you're watching on. Depends on how bad your lag is. If you fall behind at all during the sale tonight, or you feel like you're lagging, or maybe your bids are coming in after the bid end, we encourage you to refresh as often as you can, so you can exit out of YouTube, come back in, or if you tap the screen above Jason's head on the mobile devices, you can find a gear wheel icon, and that will get you the playback speed. If you tap on that and hit 2 times, if you're lagging behind at all, that will get you caught up. You can also find the gear wheel icon on the computer in the lower right-hand corner. Same settings for that, okay? So all of our items tonight, we do have 16 rounds of goodies to bring you tonight, and they will all be the offer up. So that is the auction style. We'll give you a starting price for the item. I will pin it up here on the screen down in the lower corner, and we will talk about the item. We will give you any kind of information that we know about it, any kind of makers, an era, things that you might be able to do with that item, or know any kind of issues that might have any kind of chips, repairs, any kind of notable damage. We do our best to show it to you live here on the screen so you can make an informed decision if you want to bid on that item. All right. So if you do choose to bid on anything tonight, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat. And as we go along, we will do a 20-second countdown. That is because of the lag that hopefully gives everybody a fair chance to get any kind of bids or final bids in there. We'll do 20-second countdown, and the highest bid that we see come in before the official bid end of Karen Gillette. So you want to look for that blue background with the white daisy and the smiley face. That is who you're looking for in the chat for the bid ends tonight. And we're also doing the just in cases here. All right. So as long as you are an active bidder, so you've put in at least one current bid on the item that we are showing, you're welcome to use that just in case during the countdown only. If you don't want to use a just in case, you do not have to, but it is available for those active bidders that do want to use it. So the just in case is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item, plus the letters JIC. Type that into the chat during the countdown. And if your just in case bid is the highest before Karen's bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. But do keep in mind, if there are multiple just in cases put into the chat, those do turn into regular bids. And it's kind of easiest to watch those play out live if you're not familiar with the just in case. Not all the channels do it. But we have been doing it since we've been doing live sales, Jason. My goodness, a long time. Yes. So we just continue it on because I think it's fair. I think it's fair for everybody. It kind of evens out your internet. If you win an item from either Jason or I tonight, we do need some information from you. Maybe it's been a while since you bought from us, or if you're brand new, this is very important to pay attention to. So we need an email. You can send us an email together if that is easiest for you. With your YouTube screen name, your real name, if it's different from your screen name, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send your PayPal invoice to. Jason and I only do our invoices in PayPal, but if you don't have a PayPal account, that is okay. You can still shop with us. Just send us an email with all that same information. Let us know that you want to check out as a guest. When we send our invoices out, we can send you a direct link to that invoice, and then you can check out with any debit, credit, Venmo, Apple Pay, or PayPal. All right. And keep in mind, when we do send our invoices out, payment is expected within 24 to 48 hours of receiving that invoice, please. And the next point we're going to talk about is our shipping. Do keep in mind that the winning bid price on those items does not include shipping. Shipping is additional. We do both use Pirate Ship to get the discounted shipping rates on the items versus full retail that you would pay at the post office. You guys pay exactly what we do. We pass that savings rate on to you guys. And how that is calculated is from your zip code to our zip code. That is why we need your full shipping address in that email, plus the weight and the size of your package once it's packed. That is how we calculate your shipping rate. We do have shipping available to anywhere in the US, Canada, and Australia at this time. And I'll let Jason talk about that last bullet point. Then we'll talk about when we're doing our packing and invoicing and a couple other bookkeeping notes.
If you purchase from me tonight and you don't want to have it shipped and you are near me, I'm in central Pennsylvania, you can utilize the free pickup at Mother Tucker's Antiques. So if that's something you're interested in or you're coming to the area, just please email us and say, hey, I want to pick it up at the shop. We will then just invoice you for the price of the item, not the shipping part of it. And then once the invoice is paid, we'll communicate in the emails on when and how you want to pick it up at the shop. But please, I always stress this, leave that conversation for the emails. We don't want to gum up the live sale chat discussing about the details on you picking something up at Mother Tucker's. We can just do that in emails and get on the same page with that. So, all right, that's that. Thank you, Miss Amie.
Okay. So I ship out of Michigan, and I will be doing all of my packing and invoicing tomorrow. I will just go ahead and send you an email out when your invoice has been sent. That way you're not wondering where it's at. But at some point tomorrow, I will be sending them out. And I did want to mention coming up next Wednesday, which is crazy to me, I do have my third annual all handmade Easter sale coming up next Wednesday here on my channel at 7 p.m. Eastern. I have posted a few things that I have got done. A lot more are coming for that. I'm trying to get a good amount. So hopefully, because I always feel like I never get enough done. So everybody can get something. So I'm trying my best to try and get a lot done for that, and different price points and all sorts of things. So next Wednesday, that is coming up. And Jason also has something he wants to talk about after his shipping.
I do, and it kind of has to do with the shipping. So anyone who purchased from some items from last week or some items from Monday night sale, you have open boxes. So if you purchase tonight, we will be able to combine that. Usually all of our invoices go out on Saturdays, and I do all my shipping on Saturdays. This week, it's going to happen tomorrow. So we got a phone call, and I'll explain that in a moment. We got a phone call. Something exciting is going on for myself and Tina, but that means I'm going to have to package everything tomorrow. So you'll get an invoice tomorrow night. That doesn't mean you have to pay it anytime sooner. We just ask that you just still pay it like within the 48 hours so we can ship on Monday. But if you're like, Jason, I thought I had till Saturday, you still do. You can pay it on Saturday or Sunday, but I am going to pack everything up tomorrow from tonight's sale. So keep in mind, I do ship from Pennsylvania. If you purchase from any of those other sales, you do have an open box, and I'm going to combine it as long as I can do it safely. Okay. Safely for you guys. So if you bought on Monday from me and Tina, you have an open box. And that's that. So we did get some exciting news, and I think I covered everything that's important. I am part of the promo for the Valentinos tomorrow night, but I had to tell the fellas I'm taking a hiatus because on Saturday, we have something special coming up. But please, tomorrow night, they're doing Hoppy Halloween, okay? It's a really fun sale. They're actually mixing Halloween and Easter together. So please go over and support Garden Guy Bill. Go over and support John of Everyday Holiday Displays and Brian of Mid-Century Mister. I still will be promoting all that. I just can't participate in it because about a month and a half ago, we put in an application for a little kitty cat. I lost Rosie last year. So we've been looking for that special little girl cat to come live with us. And I'm not sure if you know who Howard Stern is, but he's a disc jockey. He has a wife. Her name is Beth Stern, and she runs a rescue in Florida and in New York City. We put in an application for a girl, Wendy, about a month and a half ago. We got turned down because Wendy didn't do well with other cats. So they didn't want to adopt out a cat to us unless they knew that she was good for a family that had older cats. So we got accepted, and they found one. So Anna Banana, and Amie has a picture. Anna Banana. She's a 2-year-old. She's so adorable. She's a 2-year-old. We're going to Manhattan on Saturday to pick her up from Beth Stern or Beth Stern's people. And she's a foster because they foster to adopt. So she'll be our foster for about 2 months. And then the adoption will be complete as long as everything goes okay. So she does really well with other cats. She's actually 2 years old. She comes from Kentucky. She's a barn cat. So I won't get into it too much, but Rosie was a barn cat too. There's a lot of similarities. So, Saturday morning, we're driving
Jason,
3 hours.
How old?
She's 2 years old. She's 2 years old. 2 years old, and she lived on a horse farm in Kentucky. She had a brother, and they were okay with her and the brother living on the horse farm because they took care of him, but they didn't take him in the house. One day, the brother disappeared and didn't come back. So they said, no, we're not doing this anymore. And that's when somehow we'll find those details out on Saturday. But then they flew her from Kentucky to New Jersey. She's been living in the penthouse in Manhattan. She got fixed. Now she's coming down to Lancaster County to live with the mother Tuckers. So, and I do plan on filming as much of it as I can. So since I opened up my life to you guys with Rosie and what we went through, I'm going to share with you as we go pick up Anna and bring her home to live with us. So we're very excited. So that's why
I just want to scratch her chin.
That pink nose. It's that bright pink nose. And every picture that we have seen of her and the video they sent us, she is constantly purring and making air biscuits. She is the happiest. And the other thing is my girl Rosie, if somebody came to work at the house, she met them at the door. When the guy was working on things, she'd walk over to the plumber and hang out with him. this Anna does the same thing. She doesn't cower. She just is like, hey, what are you doing? Like, let's hang out. Like, so.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I'm very happy that
Thank
you guys
you.
found a new baby.
Thank you.
Very happy.
So, and I'll keep you guys up to date on what's going on. But on Saturday, we're driving up to New York to go get her. So thank you guys for all the kind words. I'll go back and read the rest of the chat later. So
Karen wants to be the official aunt.
Yes, Karen, absolutely. That's
so cute.
We're very excited. It's the right time. It feels right.
That's awesome.
So thank you, Amie.
All right. And don't forget, after our sale tonight, we do have community share, and that is going to be from Jamie Jewels.
Okay.
And it's a very cool collection, so I can't wait to share that with you guys. So that will be coming up after our sale. Okay. I guess we will get the show on the road, and Jason's going to have me go first, as always. All right. So I'm going to start with a book tonight, and it's darn cute. That's really all I have to say about it. I've only ever found one of these kind of books before, and it was not this one. Okay. So it's going to start at $10, and it's a stand-up storybook of Bobby the Lamb. I thought I should bring this now because lambs, besides bunnies, lambs are very cute for Easter time. And so what's special about this, it's not just a storybook. It is from 1969, FYI. And so we'll open it up, and you can see that it folds down. So there's this little tab right here where you stick the tab through like that, and it creates a little easel. And then it's instant stand-up display for these. These aren't easy to come by. I think it's been several years since I've actually seen one of these. So it will stay in place and set upright for you. It's by Saffield Publishing. Okay. So you flip that open, and that's where you find the little storybook of Bobby the Lamb. And it's kind of a thinner paper book that's in here. Really darling illustrations in here. There is a bunny one, a chick one, a deer, a tiger. I know that there's more. I think there's a bear as well in this kind of a style book. Look at that.
I never knew these existed. I never even knew you sold a bunny one, Amie.
It's been a long time since I've found one of these.
These are good.
But just a sweet little story in here as well, besides the little illustrations that go along with it. But if you don't want it as a book, and I'll show you, I'll put it up on my board so you can see it actually sitting instead of me just holding onto it. And that's the last page. Okay. And they even did the little detailing on the back side. So that's where that tab pokes through. And then it just becomes a little sit. It sits by itself. Like a tent card. Isn't that cute?
This is good. I mean, this is something you could leave out all year round for your kids' collection.
Yes. It is by Saffield Publishing, 1969. And the special thing about this is that it was printed in the Netherlands for Saffield Publishing. Really? All of these were.
Okay.
I'm not sure why that is, but I'm not seeing any interest in that. So we'll go ahead and bring that back at the recap, and we'll get Jason started.
You can leave that up for me, Amie. I'm going to start my first item at $10.
Okay, sure.
I didn't preview this because I didn't count right. So Tina just found this in her stash of things downstairs. So $10, if anyone's interested. I have a vintage tea towel, and it has this really kitschy bunny on it. Great for Easter. I have to say that trying to find like vintage tea towels for Easter time, not that easy when it comes to rabbits and things like that. You can find flowers. So it's in very good condition. You might want to iron it a little bit. It actually is signed by an artist. I'll show you a little bit of those details in a moment. But the gist of the tea towel is, which it says on the tea towel, it says recipe rabbit stew. First, you need to catch your rabbit. And doesn't he look like a Wescoy rabbit right there?
He does.
And I love the fact that there's kind of a nod to like a doctor. Like it almost looks like, one of those eye charts hanging there, even though it's supposed to be a recipe. But then his carrot looks like almost a needle. It almost looks deviant, which I love it. And then you have these fun, kitschy, very animated rabbits here that are running. I could not find any stains in it. There are no smells that are weird. It is like a cotton. So it definitely is. It's a softer. It feels like it may have been washed 1 or 2 times, but I don't think it made anything fade. So this is something you could leave out all year round. It doesn't have to be necessarily Easter, because this is almost like a, it's almost like a gold. It's like a golden brown and black, the colors on it. So there's what that looks like. It measures 28 inches, roughly 28 by 15. And the artist, I've never heard of whomever this artist is. The artist is right here. And I think it's C.P. Mert. I think they elongated.
It's Meyer.
Is it Meyer?
I-E-R, yeah.
Is that an I-E-R?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if they elongated.
I have sold a textile, not a towel.
Gotcha.
With that name on it.
All right.
It was, I think it was a hanky, actually.
Gotcha. I didn't have time to do much research on it, but I thought, hey, you know what? With Easter time coming, I was down an item. I thought, hey, this would be really fun. And again, there's no stains or smells to it. Basically, it says recipe for rabbit stew, and it says first catch your rabbit, Wescoey rabbit there, and then he's got his carrot that looks like a needle. So I see Dusty Moose in at 10. Thank you so much. We're looking for 11 or more. Let's go ahead and count this down. We are doing just in case. So Dusty, if you want to use one to secure your bid, let's do it in case someone's waiting to come in there. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. These graphics I just think are really fun. Definitely 50, 60. No, I didn't have time to research online anything. So I see you're just in case, Dusty. You didn't need it. Congratulations, Dusty Moose. It's coming to you for $10. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Hold it up nice and neat. Thank you.
Okay. I also have something in the sale tonight I didn't preview. Not my next thing, but I have something and I also miscounted. So, you know, that happens. My next round is going to start at 16. And this is a little lot that I put together. It was fun to put all the little things together for it. So I have a little Easter basket lot, and let's see, let's get it up here. Maybe my camera's doing that thing where it doesn't want to focus. So, you know, that's how it goes. So we do have a little vintage Easter basket for the base. I'm not really entirely sure of the exact age of it, but I do like the little colored bandings that are at the bottom of the basket. And I've put a little bisque baby, a little bisque jointed gal inside of the basket. Now she is made in Japan. She's a little made in Japan gal. Well, come on, camera.
It wants to.
It just doesn't. Trying. It doesn't want to today. I don't know why, but I wanted you to see her cute little face because she does have a cute little face. Come on, camera. And inside she needed a friend. So we've got one of those older little puffball chicks in there. Thank you, Melanie. With a little hat. He does have a little chenille cane on his little wing, which I think is stinking cute. There we go. Now you can see her. Good. Okay, so she has a little satin ribbon skirt, and then the little straps of her dress are painted on in orange. And she's got a bright pink little headband, blue eyes, lots of detail in her. So she's like a Frozen Charlotte kind of doll, but her little arms do have joints there. So her arms can move. I've added some little millinery flowers in. Nothing is adhered in this basket. Everything can come out, okay? A couple little eggs for good measure. And we'll turn her to the back. And she does have Made in Japan stamped back here on her back, and just some Easter grass. So it's just a cute little pop around thing. Of course, everything can come out of here, so you can, you know, repurpose or do whatever you want with the little things that are in the basket. Measurement for it. There's my notes. It is 3.5 inches tall by about 3 inches wide. Okay. So, and the dolly doesn't have any damage to her. Her feet are just fine. They're just buried in the grass. I see Glowy is in at 18, so we are looking for 19 or more. I am going to count her down. And look at that already. Melanie's got an icon.
Boom, just like that. Looking good, Melanie.
Okay, we're looking for 19 or more. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid it.
Sorry, Karen, I shouldn't volunteer your time like that. Sometimes I don't think. Tina will tell you I don't think things through all the time.
All right. I see Melanie's got a just in case in there, and so does Glowy. And there is Karen's bid end. All right. So Glowy Girl over Melanie's just in case. It's coming to you for 21. Thank you so much. Right.
All right. It's kind of been a tradition for me that at springtime or Easter time, I usually try to find some flower picks. So it's going to be choice, $2 choice, Amy. $2 choice.
$2. Okay.
$2 choice, and I'm going to do this very fast because each color I show you, I have 2 of them. I picked these up in Western Pennsylvania, so they're new old stock. Most of them still have their tags, but the pink ones do not have a tag on them, okay? So it's going to be $2 start bid, and there'll be 2 of each color that the winner can pick. So if you want like 2 pink ones, you can claim the 2 pink ones. If you want 2 pink and a blue, you can do that. So I'll quickly show them to you. They are these blow mold, and they're covered in flocking fantasticness. They're very clean, and then they have some of this baby's breath in addition to them. So these are great. I've already snipped off the stem and used just the egg in my decor. You can bend this, you can snip it, do whatever you want. These at $2 are really fun to add to arrangements. They're fun to craft with. You can do whatever you want. So the egg part itself, I didn't measure just the egg. The whole entire pick is 7 inches long. The eggs are about 2 inches of that, okay? So the eggs are about 2 inches. So it's $2 start bid. If anyone's interested, here is your pink one, okay? There is your pink one. Neither one of the pink ones have a tag. I did my best to check the other bag. Hello, Sharon. Good to see you. The other green one I have does have its tag. So whoever claims them first will get – I'll make sure whoever wins first gets tags, and then we'll go, as I ship, we'll make sure the person that bid less gets the one without the tag, okay? So here's what the green one looks like. So we're at $2 with Gail. We're looking for $3. So there's your green one. And again, you'll have 2 of each color available. Here is this is burgundy, which I think is gorgeous if you're doing like I don't want to say like a non-traditional, but if you don't do pastels and you do more Victorian or more like higher crest decorating for Easter, you might want to use the burgundy. See, I slum it with the pinks and the purples and stuff like that. So maybe burgundy is your taste, so you could pick that. I do love using this dark purple. This is very religious. They use a lot of the purples for Easter. So there's your purple, and you can see the tag. And I believe the tag says, it was hard to make it out, but I believe that they were made in Hong Kong. Yeah, that all it says is Hong Kong. So these are Hong Kong. So you'll have a purple one, you have a blue one, and then you have a yellow one. Okay. So there's a total of six different colors. I have 2 of each. We're $2 with Gail, and you can pick whichever colors you want. And if there's some left, we'll be doing a recap tonight. Okay. So the eggs themselves are 2 inches. With the stem, it makes them 7. So let's do a countdown. We're looking for $3 or more, and you can pick as many as you want. But there's just 2 of each color. Okay. So Gail's got it. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And some of these, most of them, the way, and I've had these before, they just cut this baby's breath at the factory and they popped it on. So if this comes off, you just pop it back on. It doesn't necessarily go all the way around on all of them. So some of them, the hole is open, so it pops on. So there's our bid end. So Gail, you were the only one interested. Let me know which ones you wanted at $2. Laura, your 3 did come in after the bid end. I'm so sorry. But Gail, let me know which colors you wanted. You want one of each? Okay, congratulations. And Laura, at $2, we'll do it at $2 since you came in after the bid end. Laura, let me know. I have 1 of each color left. at $2. Let me know if you're interested, and I'll watch the chat. Gail, you definitely have one of each, and you'll get one with all the tags. So Laura at $2. We'll just keep it at $2. If you're interested, you let me know which colors you want. I have one of each remaining, okay? And that's these colors, that color, and you'll take the remaining. All right. Everybody wins. Everyone gets
woohoo.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank
I've
you.
not seen some of those darker colors in those
Me
pictures.
neither. And I grabbed them when I saw them out there in Pennsylvania, in the western part. Thank you all.
Okay. Well, congratulations to you both. You both won some eggs. All right. My next round is going to start at 28, and I do have a lot of specific harder to find things tonight. And this particular planter, I have only had it one time, and it was way back in my Instagram selling days, like when I would just post stuff and people would claim it in the comments, long time ago. But the one that I had was a different colorway. This one is pink with a blue egg. All right. And the one that I had was a green bunny. It also comes in a yellow bunny. They also made bigger figurines with chained families. So with the loop attached to the front and the babies. But this is the planter. Those are the only ones that I know exist. I don't believe that there are standalone figurines. I guess there could be, but I've never seen one. This is made by Fine A Quality, Japan. Does not have the foil sticker any longer under there. A lot of times those go missing. But that is the manufacturer. So he's a light pink bunny, all right, with a green vest, and then the little broken egg, blue egg planter here on the back. Now this black that you're seeing, somebody got sloppy at the factory. That is under the glaze. There's no cold paint that you have to worry about on this piece. It's not going to come off. Just a little bit of crazing present on it. It's in really nice condition. There's no chipping, not really anything. And the inside of the planter, though, I put some Easter grass in there just to show what you could do with it. It's very nice and clean in there. I don't believe a plant has ever been in this planter before. And I really like how they stylized this bunny. I just really like the lashes and the whiskers, and he's got some attitude.
I love him.
I really like that. I really like it.
Amy, I just realized they made a duck. The same company, there's a duck just like that.
You're right. There is a duck.
Did you say that? And did I just repeat something you just said?
No, I didn't say specifically there's a duck that they made like this in the style either. No, I didn't mention the duck, just all the different bunny variations. At least 3 colorways in the planters and the chained families that I know of. There could be more. There could be more pieces that I'm not aware of, but Miss Nicole is in at 28. So we're looking for 29 or more. Real quick, I'm going to give you a measurement. Bunny is 6.5 inches tall and about 5.5 at this widest point here. All right. So we're going to count Bunny down. We're looking for 29 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
He's saying you better be good for goodness sake. I'm just as important as Santa Claus
I'm going to tell Santa.
You better be good, kid.
I know.
You're not getting any jelly beans.
All right. Nikki, I see you're just in case of 45. Vanessa has a just in case of 65. And there is Karen's bid end. All right. So Vanessa, congratulations. This is coming to you for 46 over Nikki's 45. Do make sure you can either email me or you can message me on Instagram with your information. So get you invoiced tomorrow. Thank you so much. And congratulations on your first purchase.
$10 choice, Amy. $10 choice, Amy. And these are the same style bunnies that I sold in a previous sale. The ones I sold had, I think it was TM or something Taiwan on the bottom. In the meantime, I've realized that Inesco had the same exact ones. So it must have been 2 companies that sold them and just put different stickers on them.
I had that bunny too on Vamp, and I can't remember which one it was.
Because then I started to realize the 2 I sold them online. I was like, wait a minute. And the person actually showed that they had Inesco stickers. And then I've seen these now online that have Inesco, or they had the Taiwan. So it must have been that crossover era that some So, but they're the same size, same exact bunnies, except these are doing different things than the ones I offered last week. So $10 choice. This little guy here is holding his egg with the little bluebird in his hand. And mind you, that's all cold paint, and all that cold paint is there. So those eyes, they did such a great job with the lashes on these. So no chips or cracks, and he is sitting in his little Easter basket. Hopefully I can tell my lights. This change in time, I feel like my lights are too hot. So there we go. Now you guys can see the details. He's just sitting there proud of himself in his little basket, holding his egg, and he's hanging out with a bluebird. So it's a great crossover for a bluebird collector. So if you guys love bluebirds, this is something you could leave out all year long with that, or of course, just bring this out for Easter every year. So 4 inches tall. This one we're going to call bird. Okay, so that one will be your choice for bird. This little guy here, we're going to call him egg. He is really, really happy. He's got himself his little Easter basket. Those eyes, so darling. And again, these are ceramic, so they're not like a composition. And a lot of this is cold paint, and it is all in very good condition. Like we talked about the other ones that I had, these would go well with the Napco planter of the little bunny painting the egg. If you're fortunate enough to have any Holt Howard bunnies, those are the same sort of 3 pastel colors they used for those bunnies. It's kind of that periwinkle kind of blue and pink and yellow. So we're in a 10.
I love the lashes on that.
I do too. And these I'd leave out all year long. You don't have to put these away just because Easter is over. So we're looking for 11 or more, and it'll be choice on either bird or egg. So we're calling him egg or bird. So let's count them down. We're looking for 11. We are doing just in case for active bidders. It looks like some folks are waiting to put the bids in at the end. So just as a collector, I'm just going to encourage, when I'm in bidding, always use a just in case. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, this one is going to be bird. That one's going to be egg. And of course, top bidder can take them both if you're interested. No chips or cracks, no issues to the ear. They're in really good condition. So there's our bid end. So Miss Nikki Moss, I think I know the answer. All right. I did know the answer. Thank you so much and congratulations. Thank you.
They have to stay happy together.
They
Jason.
do. They do.
They do. Okay. My next round is an oversized greeting card. It's adorable. I love it. I don't find the oversized Easter cards. Usually the ones that I do find are Christmas in this size. And it is a Norcross card. You can see how large it is. We always compare everything to our head size. It's a big one, not your standard size. And this one, I don't believe you can find it right now anywhere else. So it is a Norcross card marked there on the back. And I'm not sure if you're going to be able to tell the little hat that Mr. Bunny has on, and all the little chicks here are flocked. So they all have that flocking applied. Mrs. Bunny does not have any flocking on her hat, but just the chicks and Mr. Bunny's hat is flocked. It is really good condition. The only, it does have a signature. So the card was originally given to Donald, looks like here on the inside, but it also has greetings. Mr. and Mrs. Bunny walked in the Easter parade. They carried a painted Easter egg that Mr. Bunny made. Before they got to your house, the egg broke right off in half. 3 little chicks popped out of it, and they all began to laugh. We came along with you, said they, to wish dear blank a happy day. So, okay. Yes. So these were supposed to be eggs, and they hatched.
Love it.
I love that. It's so cute. Measurement for it is 8.5 inches tall by about 6 3/4 at the widest point. All right. So good candidate for a flower frog if you have one. But if you don't, all you have to do is just spread it out a little bit and turn it into a tent card, and it will stand on its own too. So bonus with that. All right. I see Miss Melanie is in. Janine, you have this card? Yeah, it's a good one. We're looking for 17 or more. I am going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bidden. I don't know, Minx.
Minx, I knew someone was going to say that. I'm not doubting it, but it's still gross. I don't want to believe that happened.
Between you and Misty talking about all the bunnies eating eggs, and yeah, it's a whole thing right now. I don't know.
I never said it. Misty said it. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe that it happened.
I don't know. Melanie, it's yours. Thank you so much.
I will subscribe to the hobnail looks like raw chicken skin. I am with Misty. I am on team chicken skin with Misty for that one. $20 choice, Amy. $20 choice, Amy. And it's going to be choice on these 90s nesting dolls. Okay. One of them, I don't know what to call the other one. Sometimes they do these wooden spun things and they put like a bunch of them in and they look like a toy, but they're still considered a nesting doll. So $20 choice. Can anyone see me? Dusty, I see you. Did we miss something? Dusty, I see you. So
yeah, Dusty, are you typing stuff in that is getting filtered out?
I will say that 1 or 2 times my chat froze and I had to go out and come back in. So I don't know what YouTube's
Dusty,
doing.
I see all your comments right along.
Okay. So this one will be your first choice in at 20. These are all in very good condition. So this is a whole little bunny family. And what's weird is of course, they can't give them all felt ears. So some of the smaller ones, they just painted in the ears. So these are your traditional. There probably would have had a made in China sticker from the 1990s on here, but these are all in good condition with no chips or cracks. And the tallest one is 6 inches. So each one goes down a little smaller. So $20, you get the full set. These are fun to decorate with, you know, for Easter. So you're going to get Daddy Bunny. All right. You're going to get Mama Bunny. And she's got her little pink polka dot dress on with her little Easter basket there. Super cute. Then you're going to get little Brother Bunny. He's got his pink, he's got his purple, colors. He's got his purple little bow tie on. And again, they painted the ears on there. No chips or cracks. Sometimes if these aren't stored properly, some of that lacquer paint can flake off. None on these. Then you have little Sister Bunny. And she has her little Easter egg. And Tina heard me laughing earlier because I hadn't opened these since I bought them. But the little baby one is a little carrot.
The carrot is ridiculous.
Carrot. I love it. Okay. So I'm going to sit these over here. That's your first choice. Nikki, I see your 20. The next one is this derpy. And I believe these are little, I think these are little chicks. Okay. I think this is like Mama Chick. And she's got this little fabric hat on. All right. So inside of her, she opens up. And she's got 10 little babies in there, okay? So I pulled out some of the babies, and the expressions on these, I can't. So this one's questioning. He's like, excuse me? So you get
okay, 10. Wait. So the chick one, they don't stack inside each other. They're just all inside Mama.
Yep, and it's not like a bowling pin toy because I've had these before, and I don't know what the premise was, but they filled them because I've had one in the past. I think it was a Christmas one, like a toy soldier. Then he's all filled with all these similar little soldiers.
Okay. I've not seen one like that.
I think I sold one on a Mother Tucker's Monday. I forget what it was, but it had, I think it was one of the Russian-looking ones with the girl, and they were all filled with a bunch of little girls on the inside. And you would think that maybe it was supposed to be a bowling game. No, it's just, I don't know enough about the Russian dolls to know the significance, but they're filled. And this one has 10. So I know it's the full set, 10 of these little derpy little baby chicks on the inside. So this one here, and this is like a fabric. This is like a faux straw little hat, and you can actually bend the brim. So if you want it to be a little more sassy, you can take it down. The hat is orange. Chick, of course, is chick color yellow. And the main one here measures 5 inches tall. So this one is 5 inches tall. And again, there is no issues with the lacquer. There's no flaking or chipping, okay? So at 20, we're looking for 21 or more. So you'll pick chick if you want that. And of course, you're going to get all the little 10 little chickies in there, and you can tell they're hand painted because each face is a little bit different. Like his eyes are a little crooked, which is okay. I'm not making fun of that. They just painted them a little different. He's like, hi, Amy. And this one is just like, he's like questioning, like, excuse me. So, okay. So it'll be chick or it's going to be bunny family. So we're looking for 21 or more. Let's go ahead and do the countdown. You'll pick bunny or chick. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. The only one that might have a little flaking is right here on the back of Mama Bunny. There's a little wear right there where it meets. But these are in really good condition. They're like brand new, but they're that 90s when they did a lot of these in the late 90s. So Dana, I see you're 21. Nikki Moss, I see you're just in case. So there's the bid end. So Nikki Moss for 22. Did you want the chick family or the bunny family? And of course, you have right to take both. You bid out, so you have the right to take both. Nikki, they're both yours. Congratulations. They're really fun. I love them. Thank you so much.
I would not be able to choose.
They're good. I love them.
Cute. I love all the little chickies in there. That's really cute. Okay. My next round's going to start at $30. And I don't get to bring these very often because they're always very expensive whenever I see them. But this one I had not ever run across or seen in the wild before. There is a chick version of this before. They did change these over the years and change what the bunny is doing or holding or facing. They added a bell, made a drum out of it, different variations. But as far as I can tell, this is the very first variation of this cart. And it's going to start at $30. And it is Fisher Price. This has Fisher Price toys, and then we have the Fisher Price marking on the other side. The paper label for the bunny is really good condition. It just has very minor wear on it. Sometimes these can be totally worn off or big chunks are missing. Bunny is pretty good on both sides. The wear on it is kind of right there on that edge and a little bit on the ear on that side. This side doesn't appear to have any wear to it at all. Hello, Robin. Good to see you tonight. And Bunny has a little basket of eggs that he's holding. And the cart itself is wood, so are the wheels. I believe this to be the original pull string. Sometimes, I mean, it does have some wear to the string right there. You can see there's a little wear of the string, but I didn't want to mess with it. And so blue wooden cart, and you're going to get all the eggs in here. I kind of picked out some eggs from my my Easter hoard, if you will, to go with the same colors of eggs and the color in the bunny to go in the back. So I'll take them out. So there's like a little blue plaid one. There is a flocked little peach one here. And let me get caught up on the chat. I'm very behind. I'm so sorry. Okay, Delights of Mine and Dusty and Buttermilk. Okay, and then this one is a little fabric one with little rickrack trim in red. And then this one is just like a little yellow with brown speckles. Now I have cut a little tiny piece of felt, a little blue felt in there. I don't know, just to protect the wood down in the bottom. It's fine in there. There's, you know, just a little bit of paint wear on the wood itself, but I just put that in as just like a little liner in there. Okay, so we'll put the little eggies back in there. So you're going to get all the eggs too, because it's kind of like you can just put it out. Like you don't really have to do a lot unless you wanted to add grass in there. I didn't add the grass, but you could if you wanted. Date for this, I do have a date of 1949 on it. Okay, and they did do this cart, and they changed to plastic eventually, away from the wood. It does measure 9.5 inches long by about 7.5 tall. Okay, so Dusty right now is at 39. So we're looking for 40 or more. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Mom Pam used to collect pull toys back in the day. That's was one of the things that we looked for when she took me antiquing as a child, was pull toys.
I love these Fisher Price toys. I mean, they're timeless.
They really are. I just love the graphics and everything. Okay, bid end is in from Karen. Thank you so much. Robin, your 65 did come in after the bid end. So the highest bid I see come in there before Karen's bid end is Delights of Mine at 40. Congratulations. Thank you so very much.
$16 choice, Amy. And I found these Pose dolls when we were in Western Pennsylvania. And then I also found little plastic nut cups, but I think they're nut baskets. And I just zhuzhed them up and made these little Easter girls for your little Easter parade. So this one measures 11 inches tall. These are the little Pose dolls that are stamped made in Korea. So they're a little bit later. They are the little stockinette faces and bodies, and these are in very, very good, clean condition. So their little hands there, that's how I found them. So I took these little plastic, I'll show you here, the little plastic basket, and then you'll get the contents. So I left the little hangers on, and I added 2 of the little plastic wooden eggs that you could hang on your Easter tree. So you're going to get the little plastic basket with the little bit of grass in there, and you can hang it on her hand. We can do it again here. And she, how in the world did I, come on, honey, hold your basket there. So $16, and this is your first one, and she's the blonde, and she is 11 inches tall. So you can see all of the fabric here all the way around, and they actually have, the way the fabric's made down here at the bottom, you can feel that it's a little stiffer, so it kind of bustles and stays open. But I thought these would be great for your Easter display. Of course, some of the pink on there does fluoresce. One of the little pearls is discolored, but all the little faux pearls are still there. And you can see how clean she is all the way around. And she has faux pearls here as earrings. And then she has this fun little Victorian style bonnet. So I thought these would be great for Easter and in your Easter display. So this one on the bottom, yeah, it does. This one says Korea, but I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it. So let me hold it up into the light here. It is embossed Korea right there. You're not going to be able to see it. So this will be your first one at just $16. So I remember when these Pose dolls used to go crazy, crazy nuts. So this one is just a little bit taller. She's about 12 inches tall, and she dropped her basket.
Uh-oh.
So you're going to get her basket, and it resembles the other girl's basket, but I'll have to get it in my next round to show it to you because I don't even know where the doggone thing went. So you are going to get the little plastic basket with it as well. You'd think this is my first live sale. Bear with me, Amy. I can get it here. There we go. It fell out of her hand. Honey, you dropped your basket. So this one here has all these flower details. We'll just leave this one empty so you can see she's in really, really good condition. I think she's really fun. You can see some of the lace work up top here. Do you even see these anymore, Amy, when you're out? Any of these Korean ones?
I always pick them up.
And usually when I do, they're dirty or they're missing stuff or they're in bad condition. So I added 2 of these little eggs with the little string on it, and they fit right in there like that. So I found everything. We're good to go. So $16 choice if anybody's interested. Korea, I believe these are probably late 70s, early 1980s, quite possibly. And they do hold their Easter baskets a little better, except for when you're moving them around. So you kind of want to sit them, put the basket on their hand, and then they're good to go. Not, moving it around like I did. So if you're interested in the brunette, she's the taller one. She's in super good condition. We're going to take her basket off so I can show you. They gave her a little more details here with a pink pearl in the center of all the other pearls. Usually when I find these, they aren't stored properly. There's tears, there's stains. There's absolutely no stains. Honey, I feel like she's flipping the bird there. So all the fingers are intact. There might be just a little splitting a little bit, but nothing too major. And again, you can pose their arms how you want. It'll come with the basket. You can arrange the basket however you want. So it'll be choice between her. She's the brunette. She's 12 inches. And the blonde, she's the shorter sister of the group. She's coming in at 11. So Gail, thank you so much. I see your bid of 16. So we're looking for 17 or more. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. I got to move on. I feel like I boogered this one all up. So Gail is in at 16. We're looking for 17 or more, and you will pick either flower or pink or flower. So just in case is in play for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one bid end. This one says it really big. If you can see, made in Korea.
Usually the made in Korea ones are art mark.
Thank you, Amy. I didn't know that. So there is our bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. So Gail, congratulations. Thank you so much. Were you interested in the one, and we'll call this one flower because she has flower on her dress? Or were you interested in the pink one? Or are you balanced like me and you got the flower? Thank you so much. We'll bring the pink one back for the recap. Thank you, Gail.
My round is also going to start at 16 for the next one. And of all the German paper mache eggs I have come across, I've never come across a foiled one with a picture on it. And this one is a foil egg. I'm not sure if that's coming across, but it is foiled with the picture on it. I have not ever seen one like this before. So I had to get it because it was different than the standard paper mache or the plain foiled ones, which I also don't see. I used to see those every once in a while. I just don't see those plain foiled eggs. I know Jason collects them, but I just don't see them.
I don't.
And we've got Mr. Chicken, or Rooster, I guess, Mr. Rooster, dressed up in his bow tie, and Mama Chicken in her kerchief, and they're taking all the little chicks for a walk in the little basket. It's so cute. And it has just a little bit of wear to it, not terrible. I have also seen those foil eggs with quite a bit of it missing. There's a little spot down here at the bottom on that side. And pretty good though on both sides, I would say, condition wise. And then there's a little bit right in here that is missing, but we'll open it up because it does have the flower or the little lacy edge on the one side, and it has the fun egg and bunny print. It does say made in Western Germany on the inside. I love this little paper like lace stuff. And there is the inside. Now, the inside of this one does have a little wear to the foil, just where the egg goes on and off from the other part. Just taking the lid on and off has rubbed off some of that foil, but relatively good condition. Okay. Measurement for it, it is 6 inches. It's a 6-inch foil egg. I did see researching these that there are smaller ones, and those seem to be a little bit more common than the larger ones in the foiled eggs. So Dusty's in. We're going to count it down. We're looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid it.
These are so fun.
All right, Dusty, I see you just in case. And there is Karen's bid end. Thank you so much. All right, Dusty, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, mine is going to hinge on Easter, but not so much. So $14 if anyone's interested. This is a miniature porcelain piece. It's made by Georgian as the company. There is one little teeny tiny little nip, I believe, on this back flower. You can see there's just a little white spot here on the back petal, okay? But these little kitschy puppy dogs are the cutest little doggies that I have ever seen. The one is just lounging with his eyes closed. The other one has this fun little flower in their hair, and it's this adorable little bone china basket with these fun little maybe daisy style flowers in there. There is a little paint wear here to the center of this, but this tiny little porcelain piece measures 3 inches by 3 inches. And Amy, I feel like you had a basket sort of like
I did. Mine had bunnies in it.
That's right, it did. I thought
there's a whole series of these. I can't recall how many there are, but there is a series of these.
I mean, if you guys aren't into the traditional decorating for Easter and you're into like little puppy dogs or kitty cats, I thought this would be perfect. Look at that kitschy little face. They almost feel like Joseph to me, the way they painted them. And it's in really good condition, except for a little bit of paint wear right there. And I went over this with a fine-tooth comb. I can't find any other damage except I'm saying that there might be the slightest chip here on that petal where the white is. You can just kind of see a little bit of white.
I think if I remember correctly, that's George Good.
Is that who it is?
Yeah. Who was a designer for Joseph?
Was it? That would make sense because I swear these look like They look like little
okay.
Joseph
So
dolls.
that the smaller marking on there, I actually have a piece with the same.
Get out of
The
here.
one in
Okay.
the very tiny corner next to the crown. Yep.
Yes, right
It's
there.
actually Maruri and it's
Okay.
bone china. There were different manufacturers that did that, but I believe George Good was the designer for those baskets.
Well, I think these are fantastic. And it was because of the bunny one you sold that when I saw this, I thought, my God, this is great. And I wanted to bring it here at Easter time because you can leave this out all year round. But again, at Easter time, it's super cute. It has, of course, it's a bone china, but it's like a matte kind of feel. I don't want to call it bisque. It's almost like a satin, although it isn't really heavily glazed. And it's really, really clean. And it's a fun little basket. It measures 3 inches tall, like I said, by 3 inches wide. I can't find any other damage except for maybe that little petal in the back. But I really think the center attraction are these little puppers right there in the middle. I don't know if it's a mom and a baby or if it's a boy and a girl. I don't know. I just think they're stinking cute. And they did such a great job with it. So I see Debbie Gutierrez in at 16. We're looking for 17 or more. Let's go ahead and count it down. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So we're looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Like this is tiny. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Great for Easter time. I'm just amazed it's in such good condition. I thought for sure it would have had major flaws, but it is just so stinking cute. So hopefully that's reading okay. You guys can see all those colors. It's very, very vibrant in person. I feel like my screen's washing it out. So there's our bid end. Karen G, thank you so much. So Miss Debbie, I think it's coming to you for $16. Thank you so much, Debbie, and congratulations. Thank you. Thank you.
Cute, cute. Yes, I feel like I remember there's a cat one.
There has to be. There has to be.
I don't remember all the other ones, though. There's several. Okay. These are going to have a high start price because they are, I don't say rare very often, but they are. And there are some coordinating planters that match this that are also very rare, hard to find. And I have never, ever run across these, ever seen them in the wild before. These are Norcrest little Easter bunny and egg salt and pepper shakers. And if you're curious where these came from, yes, they did come from that epic collection of 14,000 shakers that once held the Guinness Book of World Records. They did come from her collection. She had excellent taste in ceramics and shakers, just like she had all the top-notch brands and everything, and very hard to find shakers in her collection. I've been privileged to be able to purchase some of them. Some of them I have not, but I did get to see them before they were put out on the floor. But they were just amazing to see all the pictures from this lady's estate. So there are planters that go in the $200 to $250 range that match these shakers. And these, I don't think that there's any on eBay right now listed. I only know one person on Instagram that actually has these shakers. Jason, do you have these?
I do, but the problem is that whatever estate I got them from, they must have had 2 sets, so I have 2 bunnies. So I have 2 bunnies, but I need to find 2 eggs, so I have 2 sets.
So there is no damage to either one. Excellent condition. There might be just a slight bit of crazing in the glaze, but I'll turn it around. And we just have a made in Japan sticker here, but these are Norcrest. And the egg here, it's light pink with like airbrushed flowers, green and yellow banding on it. This one also has the stopper and her numbering system. She did number all of her shakers in her collection. These were number 4,457.
So good.
They're just so cute. I was very happy to be able to get these guys. So measurement for them, let's see. Where are they? 4 inches tall on the bunny, about 2 1/4 inches wide, and then the egg is about 2 1/2 2 3/4 inches tall, but super duper cute. I think like you can even pose them, like have the bunny like be up against the egg. Like he does have like, he doesn't have a paintbrush molded in there, but it kind of gives you the illusion that maybe he's painting that big old egg there. Well, let's count bunnies down. I see Janine is in there. Thank you so much. We are looking for 46 or more, and I'm going to start that countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Very iconic kitsch. You're right.
And I can tell you that the 2 most recent pairs of these sold for $99, which is crazy bananas. Okay, there is Karen's bid end. I'm going to highlight the bids as I see them on StreamYard. I'm going to put those down. So I see, so we had Janine at 45, Vanessa at 50, Nicole at 51. We had a just in case of Janine for 56, Nikki with a just in case of 58, but Vanessa had a just in case of 60 right before Karen's bid end. So Vanessa, congratulations again. They are yours for 59. Thank you so much. They go great with that planter.
I'm not going to say it's rare, but it's harder to find. And this will start at $50 if anyone's interested. $50. This is one of the planters that made me head out to Ebensburg to head out to that shop. I don't have this one in my collection. I know that they made a couple different colorways of this where they would have had a blue bow, and then what was blue was pink and vice versa. This is made by Anarco. And again, this is a very iconic piece of kitsch and very collectible. You can leave it out all year round, but these are the kind of bunny faces that I love to collect. It seems like a lot of the ceramic companies each had their own spin on it. So there are no chips, there are no cracks. It's in very good, clean condition here on the inside, as you can see. There is a line there, but I think that is a crazing line because it does not go all the way through. So that does not go all the way through. It's just there on the inside. Honestly, I didn't even try to take a magic eraser to it. It might come off. So super cute, made by Anarco. These, I don't think you can find one of these on eBay. I have seen some other resellers sell this same one recently, and they asked more than what I'm asking for mine. So $50 if anyone's interested. You can see all of the paint is still in good condition. If these get cleaned really hard, some of the paint can come off. So he has all his little freckles right there, which indicate his whiskers. He has his little twofers there in his nose, and he has these really, really fun blue eyes. So you can see they did paint some yellow there. Thank you, Nikki. I think it's really pretty too. They added some pink in there. They gave him a pink bow tie. You can collect other different colorways. I can at least verify that they did a blue version of this where his bow tie was in blue. So measurements on him, and he's probably 1960s. He's probably 1960s, and he is a little harder to find. So he measures 6 inches tall by 5.5 inches across. I love the fact that they did this sort of garland of these little teeny tiny flowers. And I don't believe this was marketed to be a baby planter. I believe this was marketed to be a Easter planter. You can see it is 3-dimensional with his tail there. It does have its original Anarco sticker on the bottom. And these Anarco ones seem to be just a little more difficult to find. Folks really love finding an Anarco planter. I know that it seems like they didn't make as many as some of the companies like Lefton and stuff like that. So again, he could be the centerpiece of your Easter display. I personally would put some Easter grass in there and some Easter eggs and enjoy him. He would be a great candidate if you had an Easter bottle brush tree to put there in the cracked egg part. So $50 if anyone's interested. He is 3-dimensional. They did give him a fully painted face. There you can see the ears. There is no damage. He's just super cute. Amy, have you ever had this planter before to sell?
I have, but in a yellow colorway.
That's what I was going to ask.
Little garland was yellow.
Right.
Instead of blue.
Gotcha.
Which whenever I see the pink and the blue or the yellow, like I always think that there's 3 different ones because they always switch the patterning.
Yeah, and I can verify that I have seen the blue one. So there is a blue one out there with a blue bow tie. And then all of the garland here was then in pink. So it was reversed. So again, I paid up for it. So I was hoping maybe somebody else would be interested. So $50. Again, no chips or cracks. It's very clean on the inside. It is made by Anarco. And it is a nice large-sized planter. I will give you the dimensions again one more time. It is 6 inches tall by 5.5 inches wide. So we'll just get in there and hold it for a minute. Maybe you guys want to think about it. Again, I don't have much more Easter I'll be bringing, so this might be one of the last planters that I offer during a live sale this year. So I think it's fun. If you're looking for something to add, if you don't have a kitschy planter in your collection, it might be a good one to start with. So the last I researched, it was probably 2 weeks ago. There were none of these on eBay. There wasn't any even price comps on eBay, but I'm not seeing any interest. I think the chat froze. So we'll bring them back in the recap. Over to you, Amy.
Okay.
Keep it going.
I'm going to do, let's see. Switch the screen. There we go. I'm going to do a start of, I'm going to bring my gun bunny, not this round, but my next one. Okay. So if you're here for that, that will be coming in a couple rounds. Okay. So we're going to do a choice for my next round. And I have a choice between, so one of these came like this, and the other one I kind of made as a lot. All right. And these are both Nancy and Storybook Doll lot. So you're going to get everything that's in the lot. So the first one I'm going to show you is in this paper mache egg. Okay, this is how I found it. Now in the Nancy and Storybook Doll guidebook, they do show a doll that came in a paper mache egg, and it was never verified if they were sold that way or they were just, you know, purchased separately and gifted that way. But there is a photo of one. I cannot tell if this is the same egg or not that is in that book. But I will say that I did find she was in here when I found it with this grass in here. And this is Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay. Both of the dolls are Mary Had a Little Lamb. All right. So I just added a few other things in here. I added a little puffball chick, a little blue, a couple little eggs. I did add this little basket of millinery flowers and this little flower die cut in here, just so she had some other friends in here along with her. So both of the dolls that I'm going to show you are excellent condition. They're 5-inch dolls, frozen body. And this one does have her armband. I don't think that the other one does, but she is Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay. 2 different variations. And I've had another variation of her already this season, but this one is pink flowers on the dress. And then she has little millinery on her felt hat. Okay. So it's coming in the egg, just how I found it. I just added a few more things in there. And the second one, Debbie, I see you. Thank you so much. Is I put this one together. First, I found the little Miss Pixie gift basket. So this is a little pink and purple tin litho little gift basket. And then I just kind of built this little scene out of it. So you're going to get everything in this one. Again, this is another variation of Mary Had a Little Lamb. She's got kind of brighter colored daisy flowers on her dress, a little purple apron, blue felt hat with the millinery flower. So I've added a little watering can with vintage flowers in it, a little tiny flocked bunny, and some eggs. This one here is like a little blow mold egg, and then this one is just like a little purple speckly egg. And of course there's Easter grass in there. Okay, so those are the 2 lots. Before we do the countdown, I did want to give some measurements real quick. The little basket, the basket lot, the basket is 6 by 4. And this doll that's in here does have a dolly stand attached to her. That's how she's able to stand up in there. But they're both 5-inch dolls and both Mary Had a Little Lamb. All right, so that's the size for that one. And the egg one, you can see that egg is pretty, it's a pretty large egg, and it's kind of like a minty green color. It's not really showing, it's showing more blue on camera, but it's like a minty green with light pink on there. This one, the egg is about 7 inches long. Okay, So we'll open that back up so we can peek in there again. Okay, so like I said, I did find her inside this egg. I cannot verify if that's an original, like, you know, they sold it in the egg. That has not been verified in the guidebook, nor have I been able to find any other ones like that specifically. Okay, so those are your two choices, both the same size doll, of course, both in great condition. Okay, let me get caught up on the chat here. Kathy, I see you, and Sandra and Dennis. All right, so we're looking for 37 or more on choice of the Nancy Ann lots. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And of course, again, nothing is permanent in either one of these. You can take them out, do what you want with them. Okay, Debbie's got a just in case. It does, KB. And Pam's got a just in case of 67. And there is the sheepy bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so Pam, you get first choice at 62. So let me know if you want basket or egg. Basket or egg. And Debbie's going to get second choice. And then it will go back to Dennis. Thank you all so much. All right. So it looks like Miss Pam is taking the egg. You got it. Thank you so much. So Debbie, trying to not knock the egg over and have it go everywhere. All right. Debbie, if you want the basket, oh, she does. She already got it in there for me. All right. Congratulations to you both. Thank you so much. All right.
$24, Amy. And anyone else in the chat, let me know if you're having a problem. My phone, I had to actually shut it down because my chat.
Yeah, my chat keeps freezing on my phone.
Yeah,
I have to exit it out constantly.
Because I'm feeling like a weird lag tonight. So I was just wondering, it's frustrating because I use my phone a lot. So $24 if anyone's interested. This is my little bunny for the evening. The only condition issue is he has they actually sewed in these little felt eyes. Okay, so that's a little piece of felt that they actually sewed in with a little bit of pink string there. A little bit of the felt is worn on this side. Now, he might read white in your screen, but this is a pale, pale pink, okay? So this is a pale pink, and what I love about this bunny is like he has the sailor bell bottoms, okay? So they gave him kind of sailorish bell bottoms. I do think this bunny probably dates to the 40s or the early 1950s. Again, if you're seeing white here, it's a very, very pale pink on this bunny, and then everything else is in like a buttery, Eastery yellow kind of look. And the way they sewed him, he sits wonderfully. He's kind of like, yay, it's Easter, everybody. And I do believe that this is his original ribbon, okay? When I showed him in my reel, and hello, Tippy Winks, it's good to see you. I used a little doll stand to hold him, but he will sit in your Easter basket. He will stand if you lean him, but you can see they did sew a joint there. So he's really probably meant to kick and stretch, and he's 50. He's 50. He's probably older than 50, but this is a very, very pale pink. In some lights, it almost looks white, but it, like I say, is pale pink. Hello, John. Good to see you, sir. So bunny friend, when he's not sitting, he measures about 13 inches tall. So I love the little nubbins of the feet. Again, no stains. The only condition issue is it looks like, and you guys, if you're crafty, you could probably fix that if you wanted to. But you know what? Back in the day when I started collecting plush bunnies, I wanted them to be perfect. Now I don't want them perfect. I actually look for ones with imperfections because I actually like them better. And when we first started buying ceramics, I didn't want crazing. Now I do. And I don't mind if something's been repaired anymore. So again, pale pink, yellow, cute. I don't know manufacturer. There is no tag anywhere. Doesn't look like there was a tag ripped off anywhere either. So I can't tell you who made him. Google image isn't helping, nothing. But he's super cute, and I think he's from the early 50s or the late 1940s. So thank you, Kathy. You're in at 25, so we're looking for 26 or more. Let's go ahead and count it down just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I'm gonna be a rockette. I like the kick. I love this bunny. This one was a tough one to part with. I have to be honest with you. He's really, really cute. I love him so much. Even with the little bit of eye, and I've never seen it where they actually had felt sewn in like that, and the stitch was his eye socket. So, Kathy, I saw your just in case of 55. Dusty had a just in case of 89. So, Dusty Moose, I'm coming to live with you, Dusty. Yay!
Yay!
It's like the Muppets. Thank you guys so much. Congrats.
So cute. Okay. If you guys have not refreshed in a while, if you haven't done the little gear wheel icon, playback speed 2 times, do that. It's weird. Like the chat is coming in chunks. That's why like I go to click on something to highlight it and then it jumps on me. And my phone chat keeps freezing. So I don't know what is going on tonight. I know Vamp was having issues the other day, freezing and all sorts of stuff too. So I don't know. It might just be an internet thing. I don't know what's going on. Okay. I'm bringing my gun bunny next, but you're not just getting the bunny. Okay. You're going to get, and I'll show you why. It'll make sense when I get to it. Okay. So this is going to start at $60. Okay. And you're going to get 2 things, not just the bunny. So first off, I'm going to tell you about this bunny. He's very nice and clean. Like, you know, like my lamb, my rubber faced lamb. If you saw the before, like how gross he was, this bunny is super clean. Somebody took very good care of this. And the fact that it still has, now when I got this, the ribbon was very crinkled on it. I did iron the ribbon, but it does have the Gunderful little ribbon on here. And it says, you tweak me and I squeak. Now he originally would have been a squeak bunny. If you feel in here, you can feel, so it would have been a rubber squeaker. And I've found plush like this before that have had the rubber squeakers in them and they're completely hardened. Very similar to the Rempel squeak toys. They harden over time. It's hard in there. You can no longer squeak the bunny, unfortunately. He does have beans, or he has something in here that makes him weighty. So he does sit very well on his own. He does have pink eyes, yellow felt for his little eye trimming, pom-pom nose, felt, little tongue. He's got all of his little whiskers. There is armature in the ears going on. I love his little feetsies. Good. So cute. Okay, so he's excellent condition. Probably the nicest gun bunny that I have ever found. He is 14.5 inches tall. He is a larger size. They did make this bunny in a smaller size, more around like 10-ish inches, and different colorways. You can also find these squeaked bunnies without the cheek fur. Okay. I've seen several different variations of this particular bunny before, so I was super excited to come across one. Dusty and Nikki, I see you. Thank you so much. Okay. So he's 14 inches tall to the top of his ears. Now I'm going to show this to you. So this is the other thing that you're getting in here. And I was very excited when I found this. Okay. It's not just the fact that it's a children's magazine for Easter, and this is from March 1963. There's a couple other Easter things in here. And when I bought it, it was actually marketed for this cutout for the Flintstones announcing Baby Pebbles. So they're little paper dolls that are in here. That was how it was marketed. I started leafing through here and I was like, no way. So what else is in here is this entire article about my father is a toy maker, and it's all about the Gund factory. And Mr. Swedlin, who is the designer of that bunny, is this boy who is telling the story. It's his grandfather. Okay. But I don't know how well that this is going to focus. I should have taken a photo of this shelf with all of the bunnies and everything that's in here. This giant bunny, I would just die if I came across this. But right up here on that shelf, there is the bunny. That is the smaller version of this bunny, but it is the same squeak and play bunny. If you look really close, you can see the printing on the ribbon. But I recognize so many other plush that are in here. I'm not going to spend too much more time on this, but I wanted to show you the other things that were in this article. So it kind of talks about how the stuffed toys are made, how they make them in the gun factory, which is fascinating to me. I loved reading about this, showing the assembly line, like how they stuff all the toys, and how they get them through production. Look at that bin full of plush.
I love it. I want to find a warehouse full of
I
it.
know, me too. Fantastic. So
Mind.
he talks about his grandpa. So his dad worked at the factory, and then his grandpa. It's just it's crazy that I found this. So I just felt in my heart of hearts that the gun bunny needed to come with the story of the gun plush factory. Good. So that's why you're getting the pair together. Hopefully that makes sense. There are some other Easter fun things in there that you can look at when you get the magazine. So Kathy's in. Thank you so much. We're going to count it down. Now is the time for just in case if you have a bid in there for the bunny and the magazine. All right. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid in. Yeah, I thought that this was fun, like little Easter crafts that you could do. But there's all sorts of fun stuff in this magazine too. You guys have seen me bring these kind of magazines before. Okay. Nikki, I see your 66. Kathy, I see your just in case of 75. Then we go to Nikki has a just in case of 108. Dusty Moose has a just in case of 165, but Nikki got a straight bid of 166 in there right before Karen's bid in. Congratulations, Nikki. They are yours. Thank you so very much. Thank you, everybody else, for your bids. And I appreciate you guys being here with us tonight, as always. Thanks for just hanging out with us week after week. We appreciate you guys so much.
We do. Thank you guys so much. $24. And I have an antique Victorian puzzle box. Okay. It does have some wear to it. So that's why it's starting at $24. If this was in perfect condition, I've seen these sell upwards of $200. So the front has one of the pictures that is on the puzzle, and the puzzles are on those blocks. So they're little wooden blocks that you're going to move around, and it has different scenes on each block, okay? So there is some wear, but this is decoupage. This is original. This is how it would have been purchased as a toy for a youngster. You probably would have had to have a lot of money to have one of these, okay? So the box measures about 8 by 6. So you're going to get the box, okay? And it does have the original little clasp here on the side, but the lid does not stay attached to it. Okay, so the lid does become unattached. So you are going to get, which I have sold this once or twice.
Those are always missing.
These are missing. So for your 24, you're getting, and I moved each one of these blocks. They do have some wear to them, but each scene is in very good condition. So it's very, you can see each scene. So like sometimes when I've sold these before, one side of the block is completely, roached and gone. But these have all the scenes on all of the sides, okay? So here you go. You can see that it measures, again, 8 by 6. These are the Victorian little blocks. I've always called these puzzle boxes. If somebody else sells and knows more about Victorian, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I've always sold them as puzzle boxes. So here is one of the scenes. It's a different scene that is on the front of the box, okay? So there you go. Each block measures, and I didn't measure each block. I measured everything else. But each block measures roughly 1.5 inches, okay? So here's what you normally don't get. And these were your proofs to know what each picture looked like, okay? Now, there is a little bit of wear to these, but the fact that these are here, these alone were worth the 24 that I'm starting with. So I'm going to show you each picture, and each one of these pictures would be obtainable if you moved the blocks around. So here's your first one. I thought these were very spring, very Easter, these little kids here. Like he's playing in the sand. So this would be great. I do believe it's probably also depicts maybe the 4 seasons. So but you can see there is wear to the paper, but these are old. This is probably turn of the century, late 1800s kind of stuff. So you're going to get that one. And again, you could move the blocks around to make this picture appear. Then you're going to have, and these aren't like super brittle, but you want to be careful with them. You have the youngsters here, and look at that ship. Look at that fun little steamship. Do you know how much that probably cost? back in the day for the youngsters to have and play with. And it also has this weird steampunk kind of feel about it too.
I like that they didn't have to do that extra edging stuff, but they did.
No, they didn't. So here is another one of the pictures. Here is the mother in the kitchen. And I do believe each one of these is here for each one of the sides. Okay, so I do believe each one of the proofs is present for this. So here's that. And again, these are lithograph style pictures. These alone are very collectible. This is one of my favorite ones here. And again, I want to be careful with it. You guys, it's up to you how careful you want to be with them or not. Look at him. Look at that. They're using the horn on a string back in the era, probably before there were telephones. I mean, that's really cutting edge right there. That's super fun. But just be aware, we do have some wear on the sides. And then last but not least, and remember, I have all of these, and the cover of the box counted as one of these, okay? So you would have known what they were supposed to look like. So there, that is, you have the youngsters, and they're kind of playing, I don't know what game they're playing with the ball.
It looks like they're blowing bubbles to me.
Oh my God, they are. My God, they are. You're right, Amy. They are blowing bubbles. So you get those, and then again, you get the blocks. So let me get in close. I don't want to tip them out, but you can see that the graphics on the box are in very good condition. A lot of times you'll be missing all of the graphics on one of the full blocks, but I've moved these around multiple times, and truth be told, that might be the worst wear, which is on the front. I mean, but the rest of them are all present. I can't believe I actually found one of these. I can't believe and I actually sold one years ago. A fellow, Ray, has a booth in our store, and he had these a couple different times with a couple different depictions, and they're really fun, and they're kind of hard to find in this kind of condition. Usually they didn't stand the test of time. So Janet, you're in at 35. Thank you guys so much. I think if y'all are bidding, you know what you're bidding on. So let's go ahead and count it down. We're looking for 36 or more on the Victorian. This is antique, and it's a puzzle box. It's probably 100 years old, if not more. So 36 or more, just in case, is in play. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Fabric split. That's what would have held it. Hinge is still there, which is really fun. But I just kind of had it on a plate stand in my Rio, and it stood beautifully. So, I mean, you could frame them. You could use the blocks. You can do a ton of different things to this. It's just really, really fun. So thank you all so much for the bids. Suzanne had a bid of 50. Janet Green came in with a just in case of 90. So for 51, Janet, congratulations. I don't know if I'll have one of these for sale ever again. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Well, when I saw your reel, I thought it was a photo album.
Right. Nope.
Because usually the image that's on the top of those blocks is usually completely worn off. So
yep,
that's amazing.
Yep.
I really like that detailing that went around the edges of all of those. That was cool.
It's a hard one. It's a hard one.
Okay. My next round's going to start at 16. And this was not in my preview. I think I mentioned at the beginning I had something that wasn't in my preview because I miscounted. And I wanted to make sure and bring this guy because I love this planter. It's been quite a while since I've brought just like a pottery planter like this. I have never seen this planter before. And actually, I couldn't find another one like it. And I couldn't identify what particular, it is marked USA, made in the USA down here on the bottom. It does have a mold number of 943. I'm really not sure. I couldn't find it. So that's about all the information I can tell you about it, except for it's like a light robin's egg blue. Like it matches my nails pretty good. And they're turquoise. Okay. So if that gives you an indication, it's not like baby blue. It's more of like on the tealy turquoise light color. Now, there's not really any chips on it. There is some crazing present, I can see. There is a glaze slip. So right here, this is not a chip. It's a glaze slip. It's where you can see the raw pottery underneath. It's where the glaze didn't take. It's just kind of like that happens in the pottery. I've seen it happen in lots of different manufacturers, but it's this leaping bunny. I just love the movement of it. I think it's definitely 40s pottery. I just couldn't find a manufacturer for it. The inside is nice and good. I did just put some Easter grass in there for fun, but the inside of it is nice as well. I could not really get my hand down in the bunny crevasse, if you will. I couldn't get my hand down in there, but I just really liked it. I've meant to message Bill and to ask him if he's ever seen this before.
I've never, and I sell a lot of pottery at Mother Tuckers. I've never seen this sculpt at all. I mean, I don't
either.
I would say it's probably Shawnee. I really feel like it's Shawnee pottery.
I just don't know.
They never, a lot of them
Shawnee, though, don't they just mainly put the USA on the bottom? They don't put the made in USA, which threw me off because I was like, well, this could be a couple different USA manufacturers, and I couldn't find it. And the Googler was no help. They couldn't find one either.
Googler failed you.
My best guess. So no chips, no repairs on it. It's just that little glaze slip on this side here, right there. That is kind of it. I don't really consider that damage. I actually think it adds to the character of the bunny. So measurement for it, it does measure 9 inches long and about 4.5 to his little nub and tail up there. California pottery made.
Joe. Yeah, all right. Joe. I'm here for
it. Dusty, he left. I don't know. He hightailed it out of here. He was asleep back there. I don't know. Who knows where he went? It does have USA on it, Melanie. Yeah, it does. It's Beautiful. A little hard to read on the bottom, but it does say made in USA. I don't know. But it's a nice hardy pottery, like Morton pottery, USA, Shawnee, like all of those are pretty hardy pottery. And I just love him. All right. So Catherine's in. So we're looking for 17 or more. Let's count Bunny down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid on. He's a stealthy rabbit.
Amy, did you see that John said that he thinks it could be hall pottery?
Okay.
Interesting. I don't know. It's fantastic. I've never seen one. I love this. If I ever see one,
too. Yeah, I don't know.
If I see one, I'm keeping it. This is
great. I did go down the rabbit hole, if you will, trying to find it. I couldn't find it.
Yep.
Okay, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so Catherine was at 23, but Pam got a 25 in there right before Karen's bid in. So congratulations, Pam. It is yours. Thank you so much.
$30, Amy. And I know it might seem like a lot, but I don't know where else you're going to find one of these kitsch-tastic Smokey the Bear. So $30 if anybody is interested. Tina found him when we were out shopping. A few of the pages are colored in, but this is a fantastic book. And I think this probably would be frame worthy. I really would frame this if I was the new owner of it. So it is Smokey. Coloring book. You have the two little kitschy kids down there. This was actually supposed to be, and it's officially licensed, and it's supposed to be for junior rangers, I believe, junior park rangers. Okay, this is copyrighted by the Samuel Lowe Company, and on the inside the date says 1954. So it is from 1954. The person that I bought it from did have a price tag here on the inside. I did try to use some of Misty's magical thing on it, but this time it started to discolor the paper, so we had to just take the tag off. So that happened from the original price tag. But before we open it up, there's no real major issues. If you're tough on this, you are going to split the side of it. If you're rough on it, you will split it. So, but it is pretty much intact the way it is. It measures 14 by 11. So 14 by 11. It is double-sided, so it is the same graphic on both sides. I used to collect Smokey the Bear stuff or Smokey Bear stuff. Well, I always said Smokey the Bear. I never, ever saw one of these before. So this was supposed to be given to any of the up-and-coming, and it said here on the inside that it would have been forward, howdy, kids. This is your old friend Smokey. And it pretty much said about preventing forest fires, and it says, remember, boys and girls. And I do believe I forget where I saw it in here. It's supposed to be for junior park rangers, but some of the pages aren't colored, as you can see. Some of them aren't. But the ones that are, they did a pretty good job on it. I think. Look at this. Look at those Rangers. Look, he's striking a pose. I think this is fantastic. But, I think they did a good job. The little bit of coloring that they did. And there's a whole story, and it's about Jack and Judy. Jack and Judy meet my good friend, Ranger Bill Scott. Oh, my. I helped feed
Ranger Bill.
Yeah, it's Ranger. He's got two first names. It is Bill Scott. Ranger Bill Scott. You're important when you got two names like that. So, but then some of these would be fun. They didn't seem to really color a lot of the smoky ones. So if you wanted to scan those in, they would be fun for you to maybe do something else with. So we'll quickly leaf through here. They did start a couple of the pages, but didn't finish it. Again, all these fun graphics of Smokey. There's no real condition issue. Some of the pages do have just a little teeny tiny tear here or there. So you can see there's a little split right there. But again, remember, this is thick cardboard. So here's another one of the pages. And it looks like they colored Mary Weaver. Mary Weaver. It was her artwork. She signed most of them in 1953. So Mary did that in 1953. So here we are. Smokey's on patrol. He smells some smoke. He gets a hold of the fire department. And then I'll save some of this so the new owner can leaf through it. But that one they did color. That one they did not. So some of the pages are colored in. But again, I think it's just a super fun book. The one page moved. So I want to make sure, nothing is splitting. But you are going to want to be very careful with this when you're leafing through it. And I think that one's my favorite in the whole entire coloring book.
What's it say at the bottom?
Right there. What does it say? It says, here we go. That's where I saw it. Says, "So long, Junior Rangers. I'll be seeing you."
I'll be seeing you.
Again, this is supposed to, I don't know if, I don't feel like this was, quote, a giveaway, but I think it definitely was a crossover between promoting, anti-forest fires, all that stuff. But it has the official seal right there, and that I love too. So let's go ahead and do a countdown on this. Again, it is from 1954. Although, maybe it is 54 because they were coloring it in 50, or maybe it's 53. It was kind of smudged in the front. So either 1953 or 1954. So let's go ahead and do a countdown on this fun, kitschy, smoky book. 50. We're looking for 36 or more, just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I love the idea of just framing this. If we would have kept it, I would have just framed it. I wasn't too concerned that it was done on the inside, and I couldn't find any of these online unless I was looking in the wrong place. Smoky stuff just isn't that plentiful.
No, it's not.
It's not that easy to find. So there's our bid end. Thank you so much. So Chris had a straight bid of 36. Courtney had a just in case of 53. Dusty had a just in case of 57. So Dusty Moose coming to you for $54. Thank you all so much.
Is there a moose in that coloring book, Jason?
I don't know.
Don't know?
I don't know. There was the one part. No, I don't think there is a moose, but a moose will own. We have a buck. We have a buck or a ram.
It's close. It's close.
We'll call it a moose.
They're related, right?
They're on the same family. Thank you, guys. Congratulations, Dusty.
All right. Congratulations. Okay. I'm going to bring my vinyl bunny next, and he's going to start at 32. I really liked him. I liked him because he had britches, and he's got this fun little vinyl tail. I just really liked him. He's different. I'd not seen this particular style of bunny with the little overalls. Now, he is oilcloth vinyl from the 50s. Now, his little ears, I don't think that they were manufactured to stand up that way. There's no armature that's in the ears that I can feel or anything. So they just kind of lay down. If it were me, I might fashion something to put them up if you really wanted them to stand up, but they do kind of just lean over the back of his head. Now, he's in pretty good shape. There's a little bit of, so really I wouldn't really call it an issue, but with these earlier red paints, they did tend to bleed. I have seen this on other vinyl toys, smaller ones, especially onto white. So there's a little bit of color bleed on the red, but it's not so apparent that the bunny is turning pink or anything like that. Although pink wouldn't be a bad thing, but I'm saying like there's just a little bit of color bleed. It's very hard to see on the camera, but I did want to just mention that that is there. As far as the stitching and anything like that, there's no pop stitches. There is a tiny bit of wear right up here at this ear. There's like a little tiny hole right there. I'm not sure, maybe it rubbed against something right there. And I'm trying to be picky. I don't really see any other kind of holes or issues. There's no pop seams, no stuffing coming out. He's stuffed with like hamster bedding. It's the best way I can describe it. It's kind of flurry. It's kind of fuzzy. It's kind of like fibrous. It's not sawdust that's in here, but it is very firmly stiffed. So he will stand on his own. I had him pose with that giant foil egg, so he does stand on his own just fine. It's not bowed or anything at the feet, and he's just really, I think he's really nice condition. I just thought he was cute, and I love his little butt, his little tail. I'd never seen one with a little 3D tail like that. So measurement for him, he is 11 inches tall, and that's only to the measurement of the top of his head. I did not measure, to the ears. But he's at least 11 to the top of his head. And then 5 by 6 are the other measurements. 5 this way and then 6 this way. Okay, so let me get caught up on the chat. Hello, Cheryl. It's definitely 50s, Leslie. Definitely 50s on the vinyl. Okay, vinyl oilcloth is kind of interchangeable for these. That's what they tended to make them out of. And the paint is still good on the face. He's just so cute. Okay, let's count him down. I see both Cheryl and Dusty Moose have a 37. Cheryl did have the first one in there. So we're looking for 38 or more on Mr. Bunn. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. All right. I see Cheryl has a just in case of 67. Dusty has a just in case of 52. And Bridget's bid end. Thank you, Karen. Okay. All right. So Dusty with the 52 and Cheryl with the 67. Cheryl, Bunny is hopping your way for 53. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you.
$20 choice, and I'm going to do something. I'm going to call it like the reason for the season. So it's going to be $20 choice on these religious Easter style things. Okay. Because remember the real reason for the season. So the first choice at 20, it's going to be a lot, not a bundle, but it'll be a lot. Okay. So in the first lot, you're going to get this vintage planter, and it of course has the Our Father prayer on the front. Okay. So you will get that. It is made in Japan. It probably was something that was from the florist that had flowers in it. So it has these gorgeous lavender style flowers on the front. And I thought you could use this to maybe put Easter cards in, maybe prayer cards in, or as a Catholic, we might go get our palms on Palm Sunday and make a crucifix out of it. You could put that in there. So this is the first thing in the lot that you're going to get. You're also going to get all of this early, pretty much turn of the century Victorian style religious ephemera. So
oh, wow.
All of this is your first choice at $20. So I showed you the planter. This one is the 23rd Palm or Psalm. So here, a lot of this is all Easter related. I'm not going to read it or go through it. If anyone's interested, again, this is the reason for the season. Again, I do believe that a lot of these pieces are Victorian or early turn of the century. So you get the planter that has the Our Father prayer. You also get this. You're also going to get the 10 Commandments. So it gives you the 10 Commandments. It also gives you the Lord's Prayer on the back and some other prayers. So $20, you get this. This is one of my favorites. This is the Passport for Home. This is by Francis Ridley, and this is basically, this is from the turn of the century. It's a book about all different prayers, about home, about heaven, and all things sort of religious. So it's lithograph. It's completely filled with all sorts of different prayers that you can read. I just think it's a really, really fun piece of vintage ephemera. So you'll get that. Remember, $20, you get that. You're also going to get this very beautiful bookmark. Again, very religious, very for the season. This one might hinge on Christmas a little bit. This is also a very old postcard here with the Our Father on it. All the folks, they might be like pilgrim style folks that are sitting at the table there with the Our Father. Then you also get this gorgeous piece of ephemera with like the herald angel. I think that's very beautiful. You're also going to get this. This is the books of the Bible. So this would have been a Bible bookmark. So you would have used that to place your spot in the Bible. Maybe nobody's here for the reason of the season and I'm wasting my time. But again, $20 if anyone's interested. So you're going to get that. This, I believe, is a vintage prayer card, but I did not take it out of its plastic. I didn't want to. You also get this, which I believe is a herald angel. I'm sorry, I believe that's a saint. That's a saint's card you're going to get. And then you're also going to get Herald of Peace. So I believe that this is about Herald the Angel, Hark the Herald Angels in here. And again, this is Victorian era. So for your 20, you're going to get all of that religious Easter style. One is kind of Christmas ephemera along with the Our Father planter. And then your other choice, it's completely different but religious, is I have this Lenox cross. It's in very good condition. It has the Easter flower on the front. This measures, I just covered up my notes. This measures about 8.5 inches by about 6.5 inches across. It is the in gold Lenox, and I believe when it's gold like that, it was still made in the United States. So you can see there is a hole there, so it can be hung on the wall. You could leave this up all year round, or you could just use it in the Easter season. I think it has a very beautiful Easter flower on the front. And again, it's a gorgeous piece of porcelain made by the Lenox Company. So $20, that would be your one choice, which would be the cross made by Lenox. The other choice is going to be the planter and the ephemera. But let's move on. No one's interested. I'm not going to hold us up. Let's keep going, Amy.
Okay. All right. We will be doing a recap at the end as well. All right. Let's see. I'm going to do a choice round here for 10. And I just got these last weekend. And I had not seen these before. They were just so stinking cute. Now I have four. I have four different ones. Well, they're all the same, but I have four total. So there are these like thinner plastic egg ornaments, kind of like diorama style. And they have like a metal, I think it's metal, maybe it's a heavier plastic seam here, and they open up. All right, so they open and they all have these little chicks on the inside. And these are not the newer ones that you can like get at the craft store. These are the good oldies, little chenille chicks. They do have little wire feetsies, tiny little chenille beak, and little seed bead eyes, and they're super soft. So each one of the little eggs has a chick inside, and I have four of them. I'm not sure if these were like, I don't know. I've never seen these. Jason, have you ever seen these?
No. Do they have the plastic legs or do they have the metal legs?
No, they have metal. They're coated metal with paper legs. So they're coated in paper metal with the little feet. And so that's what they look like. So the little chick just kind of peeks out the window of the egg.
They
I
remind
just thought
me.
these were stinking cute. I've never ever seen these. I could not find any that look like them. I don't know if they like this was how they were sold originally with the little chicks in them, or somebody put the chicks in them. But I like that they did because they're all cute. And all the chicks, of course, all these like have a different little personality peeking out the little window, which is why I like those chenille chicks so much. This one in particular, I'll get that one open here. This one has his little head kind of cocked off to the side. So cute. I love these little puff balls. They're so super soft. I'm not sure the age on these. I think maybe 60s on these. I just honestly don't know. And I couldn't, there's no manufacturer stamped on the egg anywhere. like that. So has anybody else in the chat seen these? Because I certainly haven't. They were a new thing to me. Measurement for the eggs. They are about 2.5 inches. I did not measure the little chickie in there. Looks like the chicks are around 1 inch for the little chickies. So they're all kind of different. They're the same, but they're different, you know, I would say. And it's kind of, the plastic is, it's plastic, but you can kind of, I don't know how to describe the kind of plastic. It's not blow mold. It's kind of like vacuum form. Mm-hmm. That's the word I'm looking for. Vacuum form plastic.
I'm sure these were sold like this. What? I'm sure these were sold like this at the Woolworth or something. It was supposed to be a twofer. You know, you could decorate with him in, or just take him out and keep him and get rid of the egg. I think these are really fantastic.
You could put other things in here. You could, I mean, you could recycle them and use them at Christmas time and put a goober in there. I don't know. But they all open. They're all, no cracks. They're all in really good shape. I do have 4. I mean, they're essentially the same, you know, but a little peepee. All right, let's count these down. Lisa's got the high bid right now at 15. So this is for choice. Winner can take 1, multiples, or all of them. All right, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. The little chickies. Now it makes me wonder if there's bunnies, if there's little chenille bunny ones.
I'm sure there's got to be different colored eggs and different colored peeps out there too.
Oh yeah, there's pink ones.
Got to be other colors.
All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so Lisa Day, let me know how many that you would like. You can just take 1 if you would like. Debbie is going to get back up, and then Melanie is on deck. So let me know how many that you would like. Lisa Day, Lisa Day. Lisa wants 2. Okay, you got it. Thank you so much. Okay, Debbie, you are on deck if you want 1 or 2. If Debbie doesn't take both, Melanie will get a choice at 1. I was just talking about this, that I remember Woolworths was still around when I was a child, in the 80s, and it closed like early 90s. But I still remember going there. They still had the lunch counter. The toy section was fantastic. So yeah, I wish they were still around. Debbie, I see you for 1. So Melanie, just let me know if you want the other one. Thank you so much.
Yes, Lisa, you can. Thank you so much, Lisa. I didn't want to waste anyone's time if nobody was interested, but you are. So thank you so much. You can have that for the opening bid of 20. 18, Amy, 18. And I just got these on Tuesday. I haven't found any ceramics by New Orleans in a long time. And I thought, you know, I always bring kitschy bunnies that look like they're animated. And I thought, you know what, maybe folks want some that look a little more realistic. Maybe you want a sassy little pissy bunny, and these are it. And I think these are really fun. So for 18, you're going to get them both. We're not going to separate them. And they do both have remnants of the original sticker. This one has its full New Orleans, Japan, and folks love New Orleans pieces. If you're a New Orleans ceramic collector, you love the feel of them, the way they make them, and you're going to get both of these. So you'll get this little bunny here. They're sort of a cream color. So they're kind of a cream color. If it's reading yellow on your screen, it's not. It's sort of a cream color on these bunnies. So no chips or cracks. This guy here measures 4.5 inches tall by 4.5 inches wide. So you're getting both of these for the $18. So he has a carrot, but they didn't do a ton of detail, you know, on these and paint that orange or anything. So you are going to get him, and then you're going to get his little buddy. Now you can see there's remnants of the New Orleans sticker on the bottom, which we know this is his little counterpart. So these would be fun if you wanted to embellish them a little bit. I like them as is. Like I said, since I know that there's not many more weeks to sell Easter, I kept bringing all kitsch, and these fall into ceramics, you know, kind of some folks will call it kitsch, but they're more realistic. And I thought maybe folks might be into that. So you're going to get this one as well. No chips or cracks. This little bunny sits about 3.5 inches tall by just about 5.5 inches wide. So 5.5 inches that way, 3.5. So they're nice sized. If this is the only thing you're going to decorate with, or if you have a nice big basket that you want to pop these in, you could. And these would be great to leave out all year round. Man, he just looks, I'm here for it. Like, I think
pissy bunny.
we've all had this day where, you know, you're sitting in traffic and someone just cuts you off and someone's blowing you up in the DMs or in a text message. And you're just like, are you kidding me? Like, seriously? Like, he is, both of those front teeth, he's clenching them. And this little bunny he's just as pissed. So
he's over it.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You're right, Joe. They are very serious. I love it. I love it. So thank you. Catherine, I see you in at 20. So we're looking for 21 or more. Let's go ahead and count these down. We have some more rounds to show you. So we're looking for $21 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders, and you get both 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Karen, are you insinuating they ate too many cheese curds and maybe that she's saying what, Pepto-Bismol maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the expressions of these, and they're just both a little different. No chips or cracks, in very good condition. So let me sit them down so they stay in good condition. And it looks like, Catherine, they're coming to you for 20. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah, they're very realistic. I've seen New Orleans like ceramics, but I've not seen those particular bunnies. Usually it's squirrels. Squirrels are what I see from those guys most often. Okay, I have another choice round, and this one is I'm going to start at 10. And I have some little puffball buns. Aren't they cute? So I have 3 little puffball bunnies. Now, a lot of people call these stiff. They are not stiff. I have sold the stiff ones before. And the telltale sign is that if they were stiff, they would have a little hole in one of their ears for the little metal ear tag. These do not have any holes. There is another manufacturer that liked to copy stiff that were made in Japan at the time. And they copied a lot of things that Stife did and wanted to bank on their success. So I think that these are made by that particular company. But they're very well made, like some of the plush that this company made as well. So little tiny, like brown and white, little variegated buns. They do have tiny little pom-pom tail back here on the back. Nikki, I see you. Thank you so much. And they do have 2. Each of them have little 2 pom-pom feetsies, little orange felt ears, and they do have, I'm trying to look at this material. They're a tiny little puff ball for the eyes. It's a little stiffened in there, or maybe it's a stiffened piece of felt, and they do have little whiskers and just a little pink blushing for their little nose. They don't have any armature in them, so they can't really like bend into a different pose. But essentially, they're all built the same way, all pretty clean, all still have their whiskers, and they're just cute. I just love these. I had these in my preview, like kind of climbing out of that little wooden bunny cart. But yeah, they're all pretty much the same, just a little bit different depending on how they decided to do the spots, on the bunny. But they are puffball bunnies. They are 3 inches, so they're 3 inches this way and about 2 inches to the top of the ears. Okay, so let me get caught up on that chat. Nikki is in at 10, so we are looking at 11 or more on choice of little puffball buns. And again, they're not stiff. And Stife did manufacture these in lots of different sizes, but these guys are not. All right, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I hear Parmesan's back up here.
I will say these would be fun to use as ornaments. You could definitely use that, fishing wire and
definitely
turn these into ornaments.
Okay.
You can tell folks they're stiff because they look like stiff.
They do. They are not. They want to be, but they're like, no, we're not. Okay. Bid end is in from Karen. All right, Nikki, let me know how many that you would like. If you want 1, 2, or 3, and I can just watch the chat. And if any's left, I'll bring them back at the recap. Thank you so much. All right, Jason.
$20, Amy, and it took me a while to get one of these for my collection, but this is a duplicate. There is a condition issue to this. When I purchased it, I didn't realize that it's either missing a hat or there is a little split in the top there, okay? But I still think this displays beautifully. These are fun little centerpieces. They're made in Hong Kong. They're not too hard. Words are tough tonight. They're not that easy to come by, okay, especially in this condition. A lot of times you're missing the things in the basket. A lot of times they're completely disintegrated, and they are like this blow mold. It's like a little blow mold style rabbit here in the front. They made a chick one. These are just really fun. I love these. So $20 if anyone's interested. It measures about 6 inches tall. So from the top to the bottom, Bunny is, believe it or not, 6 inches. It's about 7 inches wide. So you can see they did some great details. He has the eyelashes. He's really happy.
Oh, I love that.
Little Bun even has a fun little bow tie on. And then this is supposed to represent how they're walking and pulling the fun little cart. So like I said, this is the bunny one. They made one, I think, with a chick or a duck that was pulling the cart. And then it has these little flocked bunnies here in the back. You have these carrots coming up, these little plastic that mimic millinery flowers, and the cart's in superb conditions. A lot of times parts of the bumper or the wheels aren't there. This one's completely intact. When I purchased it, I didn't realize that the top was like that, but honestly, I don't think it takes away from it. You could probably put a little plastic flower in there if you want to, but I think it still displays beautifully as is. So
I love the purple. I've not seen it in purple.
Trying to see if it's going to show where it says Hong Kong. It's embossed Hong Kong right down here on the bottom. There might be a little rusting to the axle, but it still spins and it looks beautiful. And it's getting washed out. I feel like my lights are super bright. The pink on him is in really, really good condition. So let me cover this up so you can see. I don't want you to think that he's all washed out in white. He or she is superb. And you can move this down if you want, and then you can see the little bunny's hands there. If you want, however you want. If you want it to look like he or she's pulling the cart, or you can pull it down, whatever you want. So it comes the way it is. That's what it was supposed to be. Little bunny is just working in the field, pulling all the carrots and all the flocked little rabbits. And there's actually 2 of the flocked little rabbits here in the back. Then you also have 2 of the little blow mold carrots and all these other fun Easter style flowers. I just don't think you can get much more kitsch in Easter. Does it glow? I don't know, Nikki. I didn't check. Hang on a minute. Does it glow? No, no. I wish it had a glow to it. But if you wanted to, you could probably light it up if you wanted to. But no, there's no real fun glow to it. Wish it kind of did glow now. What I would do is, if you had some of those little LED lights, you could wrap some of those through, and you could light the little basket.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and count it down. Again, it's made in Hong Kong. It's in super good condition, except it either is missing something or somebody split that open because they did put a hat on them at one time. So thank you so much, Caroline. Let's count it down. We're looking for 21 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 21 or more. The bid end from Karen G. Again, Karen, thank you so much for being our mod and bid ender tonight. Oh my God, you can't, the Easter, I'm telling you, you can't be in a bad mood when you're decorating with all these great colors. So Caroline, you didn't need it. Congratulations. Enjoy. It's yours for $20. Thank you so much.
I don't see that blow mold plastic centerpiece stuff.
No, I don't.
Very much anymore either.
Not around.
Even within just the last year. Like I found some last year, but I haven't even seen any to look at.
Nope.
All right. My next round is going to start at 10. And we're going to go away from Easter for this round, although she could work if you really want her to. But I thought I would bring her. This was something else I got over the weekend. And she is just the cutest little bone. So she is bone china. She's not ceramic, so she is bone china. And she is just this little gal, and she's dressed in yellow. She's got her little purple daisy, little orange bow up in her hair. There is a whole series of these. I think I have found one of these out and about. She is made by Maruri, Maruri, and she is fine bone china, stamped here on the bottom. They also did, I think, that are a little bit more common. They're little tiny flowers, and they have tiny little pixies sitting in the center of the flower. Napco also did those, but then Maruri took over and did bone china ones of those. But there is a whole series of these little girls. I have not been able to determine if there's 12, like so a different color and a different flower for each month. I've only seen a couple different colorways, but no cold paint on her. She is, you don't have to worry about any paint loss. There's no chips, no damage, no repairs, anything like that with her. She's not a super large. She is just about 3 1/4 inches tall while she's sitting. And there you can see her nice little details and all those little flower petals. There's no chipping or anything on her. She reminds me of a Joseph. Joseph did do some big-eyed girls kind of in the 70s. She reminds me of those, but she is not. And measurement for her, she is 3 1/4 and about 2 inches to her little kicked out shoe there on the bottom. Dennis, I see you. Thank you so much. Is Parmesan bathing back there? No, he's done now. He's done.
He was like, Nikki caught me. I'm done.
Gotta keep that fur clean. Hi, Misty. So Dennis is in at 10, so we're looking for 11 or more. I am going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Misty, isn't it pumpkin time? Are you usually asleep by now, girl?
Nikki called him out. Now he's done. He's like, I wasn't doing nothing.
Nikki is the Parmesan whisperer. All right, there's that bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Dennis, she is coming to you. Thank you so much.
Hello, Misty. I hope you're doing well. $14, Amy. $14. I'm currently eating Mama Pam's cookies at 10.
You got your box today. Yeah. Misty and I were supposed to meet up on Sunday, but tornado and crazy weather, we did not. So I had to ship Mama Pam cookies to Misty. Yeah.
I remember having this in the 1990s. So I'm going to say this is from the 1990s. This was a remake. This was an old piece of patterned glass. I'm not sure which manufacturer started making these again, but these are super fun. These are, they were supposed to be, when they were originally made, they were matchstick holders. Okay. So some folks call these toothpicks, but this was supposed to be a matchstick holder. And this is in pink. So if it's reading on your screen, not pink, in person, this is a very, very, very typical pink for pink glass. Again, I'm not sure the manufacturer is there. You can see the bottom. This would be fun to put some grass in. You could put some jelly beans in there if you want. My favorite part, and I hope it's reading, you guys can see, look at the way his ears swoop back. I love the detail. I love the basket weave detail here. And again, this is just a fun little teeny tiny glass Easter bunny. He measures just about 3 inches tall by 3 inches wide. And again, these were popular in the 1990s. Again, I thought somebody said it may have been Indiana glass. You know, the weather was pretty bad this past weekend, even here in Pennsylvania. Not like what you guys had, though. So here you can see, look at his fun little feet kind of dangling there in the front. And again, he's pulling his Easter basket, which could be full of goodies. So $14 if anyone's interested. I do believe this piece of glass is from the 1990s. I do believe that whatever manufacturer made this did make it in a couple different colorways. I have seen it made in a jadeite. I have seen it in clear. And I was really excited to find this pink one. Again, you can see that they have some like light lace work here around the top. You can see the ears coming up. It is a really neat piece of old pattern glass that somebody revived the mold and made it for Easter. I believe they remanufactured these, especially to be used around Easter time. These originally would have been used as match holders. So you can tell that that's deep enough it would have held matches.
Did you see Gavin just asked if there's a match striker molded in that one?
There is no match striker on this one. No, there isn't. So I don't know where it would have been originally, but there is none on this. But not all match holders had strikers on them. So you can find match holders that didn't have a striker on it. It just held the matches, and then you would strike them on something else. So
do you think it could work as an egg cup too?
Oh, you definitely could, but that's pretty deep. So that goes like all the way down. You could definitely, yeah. If you had an Easter egg, I don't know if
or a bigger alabaster egg might work.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that I have. Well, matter of fact, I do. I have an alabaster egg right here. So yeah, you could definitely use that as an egg cup if you want to. But just you can see the egg isn't going to go down all the way. But usually these are noted as match holders. So. But you can use it. It's utilitarian. You can use it for whatever you want, or you can just use it as a pretty little vase if you want to as well. So let's count it down for Debbie. Thank you so much, Debbie. We're looking for 15 or more, just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid. And they even gave him details here. That's blades of grass in the front. A lot of detail they didn't have to. And I think it's fun. I used to find these pretty routinely and be able to sell them at the shop. This is the first one, truth be told, I found probably in 5 years.
Wow.
But they're really fun. Like you can see.
I think Miss Gutierrez is your winner.
All right, Debbie. Thank you so much. It's yours for 14. Congrats.
Congratulations, Debbie. I don't think I ever see those.
I do find
the bunny hen on nest more than I see those.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I have a choice of Easter greeting cards up next. I have a lot, so I thought I would bring a choice tonight. I will have probably some more next week too. The first one here, so I have a choice of 3, is Little Ducky. He says, "Hi, happy Easter." He does have a flocking glittered bow tie on. You can see the little fleck, but it is flocked. That's the only thing that's flocked on there. It has been, I think all of these have been used. This duck is proud to be allowed to bring this wish to you for an Easter day that's bright and gay and a year that's happy too. From Aunt Eugene. Look at that little duck smelling the tulip. This one is a Hallmark card. Looks like it probably was an album at one point in its life. So that's choice number 1. Choice number 2 is this one. I love her. It's me with an apron full of baby bunnies. I just love this one. She is in purple, so it's turquoise for the background, purple for her little dress. This one is an American greeting card, and also used on the inside. Look at that little sleepy bun. Oh my goodness, so cute. So that's choice number 2. And then choice number 3 is Little Bunny and the chick. He's painting the egg. I love his fancy little hat. This one doesn't have any flocking or glittering. This one is a forget-me-not card here on the back. That's not one that I usually run across for cards. And this one does have quite a bit of writing on the inside, but I just really liked the front of that one. So choices again is the little bunny painting the egg with the chickie sitting on top, the little girl with her apron full of bunnies, or the flocked and glittered little duck in his tulip. So Dennis is in at 6. Thank you so much. So let's count it down, and winner can take one or multiples. All right, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. William, you're absolutely right. I actually have that Valentine somewhere. I have that Valentine. She has little kittens in her apron. All right, there is that bid end from Karen. All right, Dennis, let me know which one that you would like. You can do bunny, girl, duck. That's pretty easy.
Oh, yeah, the fuzzy bow tie.
All right, Dennis is going to take the girl. You got it. Thank you so much. And I'll bring the other ones back at the recap. All right, Jason.
All right, $14. And I don't even have a set of these in my collection. I think these are pretty iconic for Easter. I've seen other people use these in their Easter displays. And these are made in Japan. You can see it has its original made in Japan sticker. And these are salt and pepper shakers. So these are the little peeps that are busting out of their eggs. They do both have their stoppers. So they do both have their stoppers. When we found these, one of the eyes was missing a little bit of paint. So Tina did touch up his eye just a little bit. You can't even tell. That one is your 3-hole. And again, these are really detailed and really cute. All that orange is cold paint, but it's intact. I love the fact that they're busting out and they have this little derpy kind of look, and they're kind of looking up and to the left a little bit. So again, they're similar, but they do have different holes. This one is the 3-hole, and they measure 4.5 inches tall. So they're nice little figurines. Again, these are kind of iconic. Believe it or not, in all the years we've collected shakers, we never had a set or could find a set. I think I found a single one a few years back. So this one is your 2-hole. So that one is your 2-hole. And again, these are really fun. You don't have to, you don't have to just use these at Easter time. You can leave them out all year round. But again, these are just pretty iconic for Easter. So super fun. Like, if you had maybe an Easter card with some chickies, or you had maybe a die cut, these are just fun little figurines to pop in. I'm not sure the manufacturer that made them. I do know that that little round sticker has been used by Lefton, but I don't believe that these were made by Lefton. Do you know who made them, Amy, by chance?
The chicks popping out of the eggs, shakers that I've seen, are not yellow. They're white.
Oh, they're white?
They're white.
These, yeah. I actually believe in one of the Holt Howard books, these are depicted in one of his areas when he has some shakers. I feel like I've seen
these.
You've never, oh my gosh, these, I'm not going to say
they're Lefton, Norcrest, Brins have all used that red foil sticker like that. So
Misty might be right. Misty might be right. I think they are Ardalt. I think they are. They could be. I know that a lot of folks, especially folks on Instagram that do the different displays, I know Magpie Ethel has them. She probably got 4.
I'm sure she has 5 pairs.
4 different sets of them, but I have seen, and I just think they're pretty fun. Like if you got yourself a kitschy Easter bunny, you can put these on either side. Again, you don't have to use them as shakers, although you could because they have their stoppers. You could just use them as figurines and put them in different places. But I think these are really cute. Just $14 if anyone's interested. Again,
Nan probably made them.
Again, they're 4.5 inches tall. But again, I think they're really cute. Remember, all that's cold paint. Look, they even did some airbrushing detail to the brown of the wings and to the browns on the cheeks. I mean, hi, Amy. I just think they're really cute, but I don't see any interest. Let's just keep on moving. I'll bring them back. $14. We'll bring them back. They were just born. They're still alive, Misty. No bunny ate them.
Nikki's in.
Nikki, they're yours. They're yours, Nikki. Thank you, Nikki. Congratulations.
Congrats, Nikki. Okay. This is our last round. Then we will do the recap, and then we'll get to our community share. Okay. All right. My last round is going to start at $8. And I have this little brown bun. Now, again, he's a mystery to me. I do know that he has a counterpart that's in a little bit different pose. Okay. But I could not find a manufacturer on him. And I suspect by the way that he is made on the bottom. I don't think he's hobbyist. I do think he's California pottery of some sort. I think he's made in the USA. I don't think he's a made in Japan bun. Just on the base of like the thickness of the pottery. I just think he's made in California. But again, I couldn't find a manufacturer for this particular bunny or the pair of bunnies because there is a little bit shorter one, a little bit different pose that goes with him. I just found him on his own. He's got a big old tail back there. Look at that tail. It's a good counterweight to keep him standing up. So there's no chipping on Mr. Bunn. He does have crazing present. Pretty much, I wouldn't say it's all over crazing, but there is a good amount of crazing on him, which I do kind of like. You can see it most evident inside of the ears. So there's a little pink blushing inside the ears, and you can see the crazing going on there, and you can see some of it in his forehead down into his belly, but I don't see a lot of it on the back side of him. Okay. But again, there's no marking, but the way that that is on the bottom makes me suspect that it's California pottery. He's not super big. He's about 5 inches tall. One of his ears is a little bit longer than the other one, sticking up there, and about 2.5 inches wide. Sandra, I see you. Thank you so much. Let's count Bunny down. We're looking for 9 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All right.
Amy, I don't think you heard me, but I said I just found one too. I
just found this bunny?
Same exact bunny.
Really?
I'm looking at him right now. Yeah.
Isn't that funny? No, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I mean I think it's California pottery too. When I picked it up, I thought it was.
He's a chonky bun. That's why I'm from California. Okay. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Sandra was in there at 12, but Nikki did put in a just in case. So Nikki, he is yours for 13. Thank you so much.
$14, Amy, and I am tickled pink, literally, that I found one of these.
My gosh, yes.
Never. Have you now, before I ask you, the other person that knows their Butter Bits tins, which is John of Everyday Holiday Displays, says that he has never seen this one before. Have you ever seen this one before?
Well, actually, I just crafted with one.
Get out of here. Now, see, I'm finding the same bunny as you.
And actually, that tin, I found at Roller Mills last year in Pennsylvania.
Get out of here. Well, this one I found, if y'all saw my whole video, I found this one out in Western Pennsylvania. So it's in very good condition, $14. It's a Butter Bits tin. It's good old Mrs. What is it?
Mrs. Leland's.
Leland's. Yes, Miss Leland's Old England. What is it? Old-fashioned Butter Bits tin. So these are fun to use as risers. The only condition issue is there is a little teeny tiny, you can see it right here. There's a little bend right here. Okay, so maybe somebody dropped it. But this is super clean. Honestly, to try to find tins to work into your spring and Easter decor isn't that easy unless you're fortunate enough to find one of these Butter Bit tins. So it has its original pink, because I'm tickled pink, plastic lid. It fits very securely. You can see how nice and clean it is. And if you don't know who Mrs. Leland is, they even put her face right there. Hi, kids, eat my Butter Bits. Eat my Butter Bits, kids.
Jason, are you having flashbacks?
I am.
Tasting the Butter Bits from 1951.
I am. They taste it. I didn't eat it. I licked it. I didn't eat it. I only licked it. But it tasted like current candy. So, but here's the difference. The lids are notorious. You're right, John. You are right. The lids definitely are. And there is no damage to the lid whatsoever. There's a little remnants, I think, of tape from when they taped it on, but it fits securely.
Yeah, those plastic lids, it's brittle plastic.
You're right. You're right. So, but truth be told, the Butter Bit that I licked came out of a
it had a metal lid and it was completely sealed shut, and we opened it.
Yeah, because they used to have a key here, and then you took the lid off and you wrenched that bad boy, and then this is what you sealed it while you were eating your Butter Bits. So which that used to be my stripper name at one time, but that's a whole nother story. So
yes, William, it did. There were versions that came with a blue lid too.
Yes, and I think there was other colored lids too, not just the
there's
pink.
Yellow.
Yeah, but again, you can see it's in really good condition, and all these Easter style flowers. There's not even any real scratching to it whatsoever, and it says right here that it's from 1950. I had to look real close, 1958. So it's from 1958. So this is a great 1950s tin. It held Butter Bits. I just love it. Again, I guess if you wanted to, you could turn the lids like this, and you could stack other ones if you wanted to. Amy does a great job when she crafts with them. So maybe you're crafty and you want to. So let's count it down. We got Gail in at 15. We're looking for Measurements. It measures, I'm assuming everybody knows a Butterbits tin. It measures 4 inches across, and then at the top to the bottom, it's about 5 inches. And if I didn't make it known, just note that there is a little dimple right there, but it really doesn't distract from it. So Dana's in at 16. We're looking for 17 or more. I see Gail now in at 17. I see Caroline in at 18. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. Now we're looking for 19 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, just a little discoloration, but no rusting, no weird smells. You could store things in there if you want. I was so excited. I never find them. And if I do, they're so roached out or they're so damaged that I have to leave them. So I picked it up and screamed and said, Amy's going to be proud. I found a Butterbits tin. So
it's a good one. It's a good one.
Thank you so much, Karen G. Nicole, thank you so much. It's coming to you for $20.
Did you see Tracy's comment?
No, I didn't. Nut Cups, Butterbits, Performance. Well, and those are the old days with those different names. I used to work for Chubbindales. I was not good enough to be on the Chippendale scene. I was a Chubbindale.
Oh my gosh.
Those were the old days.
Yeah. Okay. If you guys are curious about, wait, where did Tina post that?
What?
You trying the Butterbits. Was that on Instagram or was that on YouTube?
I don't know that we did. I thought you did. I thought that was on your video.
I'll have to get back to you guys next week on that because I don't remember. There's documentation of Jason tasting the Butterbits.
Yeah. It was on. I think it was your video. I think it was one of our.
Was it in my video?
Did I do a video?
Okay.
One of us did a video.
One of us did. I can't remember if Tina filmed it or I did, but there is documentation of that.
There is.
Sure.
There
All
is.
right. So we're going to move into our recap. If there's anything that didn't sell, we'll bring it back again. These will be quick claim items. So if you are interested in claiming something, do make sure to type in the item plus the price. You guys are killing me in the chat. Down into the chat if you want to claim something. If there's more than one person interested in the item, we will do a quick countdown to break any ties. It will turn into a regular bid round. You can use just in case, all of that. Okay. But do make sure to just type in the item plus the price into the chat. Okay. Jason, I have a few things to recap. Do you want me to go? Do you want to go?
I have 3 of them. Do you want me to do 1 or 2?
I have 3 as well.
Okay, so do you however you want to do it.
All right. Let's just do 3 and 3. Does that work?
Okay. You got it.
Okay,
Works for me.
Okay, so recap time. And if you guys are watching on the replay and there is something that did not find a home and you're interested in it, you can always email us and check if it's still available. Yes. Okay. All right.
Make yourself big, Miss Amy. Don't forget to make yourself big so they can see your goods.
Yeah. I'll move the screen. Just wanted to make sure Butterbits was. I've been calling him Butterbits.
And I gotta watch joking about that. I forget that I'm on your channel, and I don't want to say anything inappropriate.
So I just want to make sure he's good. He's good. He's not going to come over here and cause chaos. Good. Okay. I did have my Bobby the Lamb stand-up storybook. So he does have a little tab that you can pop in here and turn him into a little easel. But you flip up that, and he does have the cute little Bobby the Lamb storybook in here. This was $10. So you can type in book 10 if you want to claim that, and it is from 1969, good condition. Now I don't come across these, but oh my gosh, so dang cute. And this does pop down and fold flat for shipping, but just turns into an instant little cute display. Nikki, I see you in for that book. All right, that is yours. Thank you so much. And then from my greeting card round I just showed, we had the bunny painting the egg. So you can do bunny 6 for that card. And that one is a forget-me-not card. And I did have the little duck with the flocked glittered bow tie. So you can type in duck 6 if you want to claim that. And Robin, I see you for the duck, and Nikki's also in for the duck. So let's do A quick countdown on that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Okay. If nobody else comes in there. Oh, Robin put in a just in case. And Nikki also put one in there. And there's the duck bid end. Okay, so Robin, the ducky card is yours for 8 over Nikki's just in case of 7. Thank you so much. And all I had left was the bunny one. All right. All right, Jason, go on ahead.
All right. I had my Anarco bunny planter. It's $50 if anybody's interested. It's in very good condition. The only thing that I saw was, and that could probably be a magic eraser. You could clean that out. That's not a real craze or a hairline. So it's in great condition. It is the pink variation with the pink bow tie. And it has the blue flower garland around the bow. You can see it around the cracked egg. It has the original Anarco sticker on the bottom. So if anyone's interested in the planter, you could put planter, and it's going to be $50. It measures 6 inches tall by 5.5 inches across. Super cute. So planter 50 if anyone is interested in that. And that's hard for me to give up. So nobody claims it. I'm okay with that. I had my Lennox reason for the season, crucifix or cross. It's in very good condition. No chips or cracks. You can see it says Lennox here on the back. So this would be cross 20. Cross 20 if anybody is interested. I think that's just a beautiful piece to use at Easter. I think it would even make a great Easter gift. So that would be cross. That would be 20. And then I had my one remaining pose girl, and now we got her all fixed up. I don't think she's going to drop her basket this time. These are, she was left over from the choice round. They're made in Korea, and she is 11 inches tall, and I gave her a little basket. And in her little basket, she has 2 little Easter eggs. They're the little 1980s style ornaments in there, some Easter grass in there, and she's just a beautiful little, I think she'd be like a great little Easter bonnet, great little Easter girl in your display. So if you're interested in her, you can put doll 16, and she was the blonde. The brunette did get claimed. So, and there is some glowing to the face. So that would be doll, and she was 16. Thank you, Amy.
Okay. Is that everything? All right.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get us back up here. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out with us tonight, as always. Reminder for me, I will be doing invoicing tomorrow, as is Jason. I'll let Jason talk about that in case you guys were not here at the beginning.
Yes, please, guys. I'm going to be doing all my invoicing on Friday, which you still have until Sunday to pay, but you will get invoices from me. So if you had anything from our Mother Tucker's Monday, the Spring into Easter sale, and tonight we will combine. But if you bought there, you'll also now be getting your invoices on Friday. Me and Tina are heading up to Manhattan to pick up our little girl,
Meow, meow.
Anna Banana. So she's coming to live with us, and I am going to try to video it and share it with you guys. So hopefully you'll get to see that part of it. So, and also tomorrow night, I'm not able to be with the Valentinos. So I am on the promo. I was supposed to sell with the fellas, but because we're leaving bright and early Saturday morning, there's no way that I could handle and do a sale. So please go over and support them. They're having a Happy Halloween sale. It's a mix between Easter and Halloween. John of Everyday Holiday Displays is going to be there. They're going to do more quick claims. They're going to do more vintage. Bill, Garden Guy Bill, and of course, Brian of Mid-Century Mister. So please head on over and support my fellow Valentinos tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, over on Instagram. Sorry, guys, that I feel so bad that I'm not going to be there, but please go over and support them. And I will be sharing all the information here on YouTube and in my stories as well. So thank you, Amy.
All right. I'm excited to see your new baby.
I'm excited to meet my new baby.
I know.
We haven't met yet. So
yeah. Next Wednesday, if you guys aren't doing anything, I am having my 3rd annual Handmade Easter sale here on my channel. That's next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. There will be more previews coming out on my post tab, probably on my shorts and over on Instagram as I get more things made for that. I've posted a few things already. So I'm really excited about that. All handmade next Wednesday. And then we will be back for Fantastic Finds next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern as well. And before we get into our community share, I'm going to pop our email up there just in case. We can always use some more. Of course, we're getting very low on the photos to share. So if you want to send us anything, if you got your Easter displays out, your bunny collection, whatever you want to send us, you can share myfindslive@gmail.com. Just make sure to put in a brief description to go along with your photos so we know how to talk about it with the friends when we share it here on our show. So we can always use some more. I do have a special share coming the next 2 weeks. I'll talk about that next week because it's a two-parter and I can't wait. I can't wait for it. Okay, so our share tonight is Miss Jamie Jules. And let me go down here. I do have 3 photos to share of Jamie's tonight. And she sent us photos of her wedding cake topper collection. It's pretty cool. So I don't think I've ever seen anybody share a collection quite like this one before. So this is the overall cabinet where she keeps them all. And I just have a couple close-ups to show, but that is kind of the overall cabinet. I really would like to have one of these lighted cabinets to keep things safe from Mr. Parmesan. I really would like to have one of those. The next photo that you're going to see is a close-up of some of the other toppers that she has. And she said that she started collecting her cake toppers 8 years ago when she got married. And awesome. I think it's really, there's just all sorts of different styles and eras in there. I've got chalkware, I see ceramic, I see bobbleheads, I see the celluloid, all sorts of different ones. She didn't say which one was her original cake topper, so I'm curious as to which one that is. The third photo I have is of the Lefton bunny couple cake topper. She actually bought these from me last year. I got these from Mary's Christmas house on the 127. So they were already epic to begin with. But she got these from me last year to add to her cake topper collection, which I absolutely love. And they fit right in with all the other cool toppers that are in there. So there is a background view of some of the other ones in there. I really like that. I can't remember if that's a planter down at the bottom where they're sitting on the couch, smooching it up. I feel like that's a planter.
Yeah.
Like the Lefton ones that are sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. I'm infatuated with the larger couple in the back there. I'm trying to see if there's celluloid kind of behind your bunny couple.
I think they are. I think those are the big celluloid, like carnival doll style ones.
They're really good.
They are. And then that is the full cabinet there.
So good.
She's even got rubber ducks. Do you see the rubber ducks toward the bottom?
Oh my God, I do. I do. And I saw the kissing couple, the baubles. You saw those down below.
Yeah, at the very at the bottom shelf. Yep, down in there.
Yeah, they're really good too.
There's so many fun ones in there. And I just love those. I've never found those before, so that was really exciting to find. Thank you, Jamie Jules, for sending those in. It's a cool, different collection. That's why I love to see, different things that I mean, there's just an endless possibility of things that you can display and collect. And I just love to see everything in everybody's homes. So Thank you, Jamie Jules. I didn't see her in the chat tonight, but sometimes she watches on the replay if she can't make the sale. So I appreciate you sending all those in to us. So next week, I'm going to be sharing part 1 of the epic Easter collection from Brad and Greg at Countryside Antique Mall. They have so many photos that it has to be split into 2 parts. So the next 2 weeks will be all of the awesome Easter they have on display on their shelves around the store. So I can't wait to share that with you guys. Okay. So thank you again. I can't talk. Thank you again so much again for hanging out with us tonight. Do make sure to go over and check out the boys on Instagram on Friday next week, or next week. No, tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. And a big thank you to Karen, as always, for being our bid ender tonight. I know Kim had something going on tonight, so she couldn't be here tonight, but thank you, Karen, for holding the fort down tonight. And Tina was in the chat earlier as well. And all right, I think, Jason, you have anything else?
No. Thank you guys so much.
All right.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
All right. When we will see you guys next week. All right. Have a good rest of your night and a good rest of your weekend. Good night, you guys. Thank you.